Okay, it is time for the TGIF podcast, episode number 12.
Yay!
Hey, has it been an actual year?
Technically, next month is our. Well,
Okay.
What month is it? It's September, right? Technically, it's September.
It's today's.
It will be
August,
September.
but
Yes.
It will be
When this
September.
releases, it will be
a little
September.
late than normal.
Yeah.
It will be September. So it's our 1-year anniversary, like September 12th or something like that.
Aw.
So yay us. TGIF podcast. I can't believe we've done 12 of these.
I know.
We just started. Feels like we just started this endeavor. I'm your host Ryan. I'm here with sexy Greg, the Pharaoh Wizard.
Hey, hello. I have a new nickname because this is a different computer. Right now I'm
Okay.
just Greg B, but I'll think of something.
Come up with
Oh,
one.
nice.
I always miss Mark. Always has a fun one. Mark's here as well. Megastar Mark. What's up?
Hey, how's everybody doing? We're taking a little break from our normal TGIF stuff this week,
Yeah.
aren't we?
This is gonna be fun.
It is.
Totally different menu this month. TGIF adjacent shows that everyone thinks were on TGIF, but they actually weren't.
Yeah.
This came to be, I'm gonna mess up his name, Asa.
Yeah,
Yep.
Asa.
You get the credit for this episode because we put it on Twitter. What's your favorite TGIF character that you know wasn't a super popular one? And he said like some stuff from Blossom and some other stuff. And I was like, those aren't TGIF shows, but they're great answers. And that's what spawned this episode. Let's see what else is out there.
I also thought that maybe the Drew Carey show. would have
Yeah,
been good
you know
for
what?
this. I thought about it way too late.
That would've been
but
good.
I think regrettably I would have added that.
But it's
I-
funny how many options there were that we could pick from.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people just kind of assume it was part of the same comedy block that was
Right.
out there. And there was a lot of shows that I think the 5 we picked are excellent representations of kind of that era.
Agreed.
Because we kind of span from like the Perfect Strangers, like late 80s, all the way to like the Step by Step mid 90s, late 90s shows. We really did a good job. You know, Ryan, you did a fantastic job picking episodes for us to watch this time.
This was the easiest one I've ever done because every show I just Google best episode of show. And then a few options would pop up and be like, all right, I'll go with that one. Or I remember that one. So I'm going to pick that.
So these were all considered to be the best or
they-
some of the best representations of these shows.
Every single one is considered to be either the best episode or one of the best episodes that were part of these shows.
I have
I kind of
thoughts.
felt that.
Well, there's one I have thoughts on.
There
But-
might be one. I'm pretty sure Blossom was not of like a proper list. It was like some random stuff like, oh, that one's fun. So I
Yeah.
picked that one. I'm pretty sure Blossom was not. Most of the other ones though
Mhm.
were on lists. Somebody published of the top episodes. So
Wow.
I think this episode could be like every year, right? Once a year, we
Yeah.
tackle a new set of 5 sitcoms from this era that are sort of TGIF adjacent.
We were just talking like Drew Carey. That's an
Yeah.
easy one. Like Spin City. There you go. There's another one. I mean, that's
Right.
also one I always assumed was on TGIF, but never was.
Yeah, that could have easily been in the last
Yeah,
block. Like
right.
the parents now
Yeah.
can watch. Last month, we did the Disney episodes. It was maybe our best episode ever.
It was our best episode ever, Ryan.
I
Don't be
think it was.
bashful. It was.
I think it was.
That was a ball. We had a great time recording it. We had a great
So
time
fun.
interacting with people afterwards. So yeah,
A lot
That
of
was a great
messages. I got
Yeah.
messages from a lot of people saying that they disagreed, they agreed. There's a lot of Disney opinions out there of like, I remember those restaurants. There was so many like Disney opinions I was getting messages
Yeah.
about. Like, oh, okay.
yeah, a lot of fans of Greg's dad.
The ultimate winner.
Not my dad.
The ultimate winner, Greg's dad.
He doesn't know how to find a podcast, so I'm clear on that.
There's a video out just about Greg's dad. You can
Oh.
find on our YouTube page, TGI Pod. Just a little. If you don't want to listen to the 3 hours, which you should, or whatever it was, almost
Right.
3 hours, you should go watch the Greg's dad video. It's on our Twitter. Very funny. Very, very funny. And actually, like percentage of cutting out, that was like 99% no cuts.
Yeah.
Like, that has never happened. Like usually We cut like 10 or 12 minutes or 20 minutes, depending on what's going on. Zero. I cut almost zero. Only like stumbling over our words. That was it, because it was so good. I couldn't leave anything on the cutting room floor. So
Usually you cut anytime like we reference X-Pac. That's typically when you decide to cut that out.
Number one here incoming.
always. I love X-Pac, but can't be in every episode. Although he has been. I think he's 12 for 12 now.
Got him.
There he is.
You
He's
my
12
boy,
for 12.
Sean.
Can't cut it out this time.
Nope.
All right. Home Improvement Season 3, Episode 10, A Frozen Moment. Tim builds a Christmas village, and his family has to wear costumes. Not a great description there, Amazon Prime.
Does everybody know what time it is? Tool time! That's right. Bid for Tools is proud to present Tim, the Tool Man Taylor. Woo!
Thank you, honey. And welcome to Tool Time Salute. The bathroom. I am Tim the Tool Man Taylor, and you all know my assistant Al. It's my potty. I'll cry if I want to, Borland.
Just can't resist the bathroom humor, can you, Tim?
So, did you watch Home Improvement before we get into this? Do you remember watching it? Was it one of your favorites?
For sure. I mean, I definitely watched it, and I do remember it fondly. But it is important to know that my parents were relatively strict with my TV watching. So like my options were not tremendously limited. Or they weren't vast. Like this was a show my parents let me watch, therefore I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
So I do remember it fondly, but I don't know if like given the full swath of options, if this was one I would have chosen or not.
I mean, I definitely watched it. I really distinctly remember like Wilson and liking the whole gimmick where you can only see half of his face. As a kid, for some reason in my mind, like he didn't exist from the nose down. I thought that was I just I didn't get the joke at the time, other than like you never saw his face. I thought that was kind of fun, but I definitely remember it. I remember Jonathan Taylor Thomas, kind of at his like little spike in popularity at the time. Rewatching this episode, I had kind of forgotten about the youngest kid, completely forgot about that one. So it was kind of nice to revisit some of this. It was always one that I can't remember what day it was on, but I always remember watching. It was like we've talked about it before. When you're a kid, you had nothing else going on. So 8:00, our generation anyway, you just sat in front of the TV and watched whatever was on. So this was always a watch for me.
Okay, Home Improvement. Not one I was super into as a kid. I remember the episode where they revealed the neighbor's fate, like he comes out from behind the fence. I kind of remember that. And I remember JTT. And I remember liking Tim Allen. But that's about it. Really don't remember that much about this. This was not in my rotation. It was a sitcom that aired on ABC. So there you go, right there.
Yep, right.
From 91 through 99, totaling 204 episodes. Wow. One of the most watched sitcoms in the United States, won many awards. Tim Allen was a stand-up comedian, and it launched his career. Pamela Anderson was also part of the show for 2 seasons. Did not know that.
I think she was the girl before the Tool Time girl, I think, before the other girl took over.
Interesting.
After she retired from like watching dolphins, in that one Disney episode, she went over to Tool Time.
All right. So this episode is a Christmas episode, technically. And we start on Tool Time, which this show could have kind of just been Tool Time. Like Tool Time could have been the whole show. It's the funniest stuff on there, pretty much.
For sure.
We start with a salute to bathrooms. We talk about toilet seat covers. We make a lot of anti-women jokes. So many ladies putting their stupid soaps out. Got to make fun of that. So we're going to do man bathroom. We put football soap on a rope. Al is great. His assistant in Tool Time is great. Also Family Feud host. So also great there. He says, I'll get naked and go along. And that's the beginning of the show. And we get the theme song, which is memorable, but not, is it iconic? I don't know.
No, I mean,
so.
I don't think so.
No. Maybe I just remember it.
Yeah.
No.
But like when I think of icon, like the Perfect Strangers theme song, where there's because there's no words to it. We touched on that in another episode, but because it's just kind of instrumental, I wasn't,
Right.
totally into. Like that beginning riff, I always associate with it. But then after that, I couldn't tell you what the song sounds like.
It feels familiar, but not iconic.
Yeah.
Last year at Thanksgiving, there was a food fight. This time, it is Thanksgiving, right? Sorry, it's Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Thanksgiving.
Not-
and they're
it's
preparing for
They're preparing
Christmas.
for
Yeah,
Christmas.
right,
So it's kind of a double. A bunch of lumber shows up, and Tim has a vision of making the perfect Christmas card photo. So he explains his idea to his 3 little boys, and they said, your idea sounds stupid. His wife says, you can do it if you don't get carried away. But of course he's going to. Tim is going to get crazy carried away. He already ordered a giant reindeer that he has to hide from her. The wife is pretty good. I forget her name.
Yeah.
She is good.
So touching on that real quick, because this is the perfect time to talk about it. I remember like she was just there. When I was growing up as a kid, watching it back now as an adult. I don't know that actress's name, but she's phenomenal. She's really good at playing that like kind of glue that keeps the family together.
Sure.
I like that. I thought she was very good in this.
I agree. I thought she was surprisingly good. We go to Tool time. We've got a bathroom for men only. It looks like a rocket ship. It's 100% stainless steel. There's a floor drain, so if you pee on the floor, it just goes right in the drain. You have your own drying system in there.
Just pee on the mat, in your bathroom.
pee
That's what
in
I
the-
do,
yeah,
right?
there you
It
go.
absorbs it. Who cares?
That's what it's there for,
I'll
right?
Go to Greg's house and pee on the mat. That's what I do anytime I have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, that's why you have your special bathroom outside.
Thank you. It's right near the bamboo.
Did you guys have the fuzzy toilet seat cover as a kid?
Yes.
I never had that. I went
Oh
to
my
people's
God.
houses and I thought that is
I would just
gross.
hold it in if that was the case.
I think it's gross.
My parents had it. I would say up until about 5 years ago, they had that in one of their bathrooms. That fuzzy.
Wow. We get a reclining toilet, of course. It's kind of a fun joke. Al says, if there's a fridge in here, I would never leave this room. And Tim hits a button, and of course, a fridge pops out. Kids all dress up like elves. JTT is a star, just the best, just shining light on this show over all the other kids who are terrible at acting. What's
Yeah.
the older kid in? He's in other stuff, right?
Is he? My God.
He was
I don't know. I feel like I've seen him before in like Little Giants or something weird like
He
that.
played like the side guy in a bunch of things. I want to say like Blank Check or Richie Rich or something like that. Or
Yeah.
maybe he's like shitty kid in class in a bunch of stuff.
Seen like Rookie of the Year as like one of the
Yeah,
friends
maybe
or
he's in
something.
Rookie of the Year.
He
He's a
strikes
friend.
me as like a 90s Billy Zabka, or like just that kind of like asshole, like popular kid.
He could be. He thought he was going places. He thought he was the next Devin Sawa, but
Yeah.
didn't happen.
You ain't no Simba, man. You ain't no Simba. It's only JTT, baby.
They say they're gonna go take this picture, but Tim walks out as a Mountie. This did not work for me. They're all dressed up as Santas and elves, and he's a Mountie.
Mm.
Don't know. Mom is wearing a skimpy Mrs. Claus dress. He picked out for her, and she's like, "This is a picture."
Yeah.
He's like, "Yes," and also we'll be doing this later.
She raided Carol's closet from Step by Step.
He uses a snowblower to make fake snow, and of course, he runs it through the glass door and smashes it. All the pies get burned for Thanksgiving. The neighbor guy gives advice he's like a philosopher.
Mm-hmm.
Gives Tim Allen advice about the true vision. The true big vision is a loving family. Then we see all the boys cheering on the Lions on Thanksgiving, which is a sad existence.
This
Can you
got me.
imagine having to cheer the Lions on?
Very funny.
And this is a good joke because they're
Yes.
like, oh. Will you guys stop? What's the score anyway? They're like, it's 61-3. We might have a chance.
Very realistic for Lions fans. As all three of us are big football fans, I really enjoyed that joke. That was good. That's what we call in the era the Scott Mitchell era. So they were
Oh my
in
God.
really bad shape. So
Scott Mitchell era. Owl's got a girlfriend. Not great. She tells a terrible joke nobody likes. Nobody seems to like her. Tim Allen says, why don't we say what we're all thankful for? So then the girlfriend goes on and on and on about how great Al is. And then Tim and Jill talk about how they actually do love each other, even though Tim destroys the house all the time. They go for another attempt at the picture, and Al says, Your set here looks like it's about to fall over. There's so much snow on there. And he ignores him, and then the snow falls on them. And the picture is ruined again. And then we go back to the tool time, and they're ordering pizzas from the bathroom while there's no audience. Like, the show is not on the air. I thought the show was on the air first, and it's not. They're just hanging out in the studio ordering pizzas from the stainless steel bathroom. And then we end on a blooper reel for the credits.
Yep.
And I do like bloopers in shows at the end.
Turns out I like this a whole bunch.
Loving me some bloopers. So what do we think of Home Improvement's best episode? I question that. There's probably a better one.
There's no way this is the best episode.
No
this
way.
is the one I was talking about where I'm like, I have a real hard time to believe this is the best that Home Improvement could trot out.
No.
So
the lack of bulky really makes this a problem.
Yeah.
The fact that we haven't had Perfect Strangers in like 3 months makes this a problem.
God.
I liked this episode. I thought it was pretty funny. I thought everybody in the show had a ton of charisma. Like, you know, I don't like Tim Allen as a real world person, but in this show, I thought it made sense to me why he had a TV show. Jill, I think is her name in the show.
Right. Jill.
Patricia something is her real name. I only know that because she had the same name as my mom. She played with Tim Allen very, very well, like kept a straight face while still being funny against Tim Allen's eccentricities. Al was fucking great.
Al was great.
Wilson was great. But at the same time, like, nothing happened in this episode.
There's not a lot here.
It almost, in a very strange way, it almost felt like an SNL, like it felt like a sketch comedy show. It was like, now Tim makes this. Now Tim goes to the bathroom. Now Tim watches the football game. Like, each one sort of felt like a funny little vignette, whereas like nobody learned fucking anything, right? Like
Tim learned to love his family.
Yeah, but he already loved his family. Like, but that was never in doubt. I guess, like, you know, and he had his like compromise at the end. He didn't need a snow maker, but also he had snow everywhere. So like there was no conflict, there was no character progression, there was nothing. There, you know, and my very vague recollection of this show is that's literally every episode.
Yes, that's exactly what I was going to say. This was so paint by numbers from what I remember about Home Improvement, which is always Tim goes overboard with a project or with a passion thing that he's really into. Jill gets mad at him. They find a compromise after he talks to Wilson. Wilson always is that, you know, you should really look deep into your heart to really find the true meaning of Christmas. And that's every episode. And that's not a bad thing. Like I said, Greg, you touched on it. These guys are very charismatic. I liked all the characters here, but it is very paint by numbers. Every single episode is very similar with Home Improvement. Now, maybe if you run for 9 years or 8 years, whatever it was, and you're winning all these awards and you're getting all these ratings, why change it? Keep it what's getting people to tune in. I get it. But looking back on it now, we could have watched, I really feel, any episode, and I would have gotten the same type of feeling toward it. It was like, oh, okay. Tim,
you could have thrown a dart, and I think we would have had exactly the same conversation.
Yes, right.
Real quick, Patricia Richardson is the woman who played Jill Taylor. We're not the only ones who think she's great. She was nominated 4 times for an Emmy Award for outstanding lead actress in a comedy series. Twice for a Golden Globe.
Wow. Just her like uncomfortableness being in that skimpy outfit.
Yeah,
was very funny to me, and just not wanting to be there in front of her kids, like dressed like that. I thought that was
uncomfortable, but still like coyly into it.
Right.
She was it's like wrong situation, but good move.
Right. I like the outfit, not in front of my kids, but
right.
You know.
Should we talk about Tim Allen as a person and how like I don't want to go too deep into it, but like
cocaine enthusiast.
He was
Yeah.
like, he's Buzz fucking Lightyear.
Mhm.
Like he was an important part of
Yeah.
our childhoods, I feel like, or
Still,
adolescence or whatever. Like, and now he's this weirdo.
He's like a real right winger, isn't he?
Yeah,
right.
right. It's just not lovable
I mean, and
anymore.
are we surprised? I mean, the fact
Based
of the matter
on what
is,
we
like,
saw in the show? No.
the whole premise of the show is that men are idiots and pigs, but
Right.
also you should love them anyway because they don't know any better.
Right.
Kind of.
they're
Like,
also always in charge,
Right.
according to the show. So.
like Tim is an idiot, but at the same time, he is never confronted with being an idiot because his entire support system keeps bolstering him up, which
Mhm.
to me is every problem we have. When you build a career out of a ideology and then your ideology fades from popularity to a certain extent, I mean, you're
Mhm.
gonna push back because you're an old fucking man at this point. You're too fucking. I refuse to learn the new features on my iPhone. I'm most assuredly not going to change my worldview once I
True.
hit 65.
True.
I also think too, like he hasn't really grown much. I mean, he's done Toy Story, right? But that's voice acting. In terms of him being in front of a camera, he had that other TV show, I think, also on ABC.
He still
Well,
has it. Isn't
okay,
it still going?
But
It's-
but
It's the same character. He's just like he's basically just like the
Right.
the what Greg was saying, the older version of Tim the
Oh,
Tool Man Taylor.
A more curmudgeon
Yeah,
asshole.
like this type of humor and the whole like men should have their own space. It reminds me a little bit of Married with Children, but Ed O'Neill is, I feel like, a much more talented actor because he can go into other things. Also, in real life, he's not an asshole, so like he can do and play these other characters with a little bit more panache and a little bit more range. I feel like this is all Tim Allen has, is this, because it's an extension of himself.
Right.
That's why he can't really branch off and do anything extra. Even like Buzz Lightyear. I mean, like
Right.
Tom Hanks to me is like in any of those Toy Story, the driving force of all those movies. So having him there is just, the sidekick. Isn't
Right.
anything special to me.
yeah, that other show of his, I think it's called Last Man Standing, which in
That's
and of
it, that's
itself
it.
is kind of an attack. I think there was some drama about it because I think it was on ABC and it got like canceled because of its
Yeah.
ideology, but then it
Mm.
wound up somewhere else. I want to say like some streaming service, Netflix or Hulu or something like that. It's probably on PureFlix by now. But I think he was one of those like at the forefront of like comedy can't exist anymore type people.
Yeah, right.
He did Galaxy Quest, right? That
He
was a
did do
great.
Galaxy
that was a
That
Quest,
great
movie is
movie.
fucking
That's right.
awesome.
Yep.
It's great. Great movie.
Who
Which
wrote that?
basically
I bet you
is
someone wicked cool wrote that.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna be Joss Whedon. I'm gonna eat my words.
well, I do like some of his work.
Written
before.
by Alan Rickman. Okay. So now you feel better.
Alan
Yeah,
Rickman.
right.
Yes.
He was great in that. That was my guy.
It's a
Sigourney
great
Weaver
movie.
was fantastic in it.
It's a great movie. He's great in it too. Tim Allen's great in it.
No. Oh my god. It was written by a guy who literally wrote Galaxy Quest. Full stop.
That's it. Wow.
Listen, he batted 1,000, man. That's it.
I'm getting out.
Yeah.
And then I think it was punched up by the guy who did Men in Black too. Oof. Utter failure.
Yeah.
Oh no.
All right. Well, pedigree not strong on Galaxy Quest.
got
That was a
one.
real lightning strike situation.
He got one. He got
Yeah,
one.
right.
Blossom. Season 2, episode 14, The Test. Blossom sits for the PSAT.
Don't know about the future, that's anybody's guess. Ain't no good reason for getting all depressed. Fire up your pad and pencil, I give you a piece of my mind. In my opinion, nation, the sun is gonna surely shine. Stop all your fussing, slap on a smile. Come out and walk in the sun for a while. Don't fight the feeling, you know you wanna have a good time. And in my opinion, nation, the sun is gonna surely.
Blossom memories. You got any Blossom memories?
This
I
is
have
literally
about
the first time
0.
I've ever seen it.
I remember seeing it as a commercial. I forgot what show I was watching, but it would always pop up as a commercial. I think it was The Simpsons for some reason. I don't know why that just popped in my mind, but I remember seeing it all the time. Like, hey, tune in at 7:30 for Blossom or some shit. I never watched it. I knew of Joey Lawrence because of the commercials, because of they'd always have him doing the whoa thing.
Yeah, there was like a whole commercial where all I did was it was like every super cut of all his woes.
Right.
Right.
Um,
This is like a whoa, watch the
Yeah,
show.
I think you're right.
Yeah, right. That's the only that's the only like acknowledgement or any sort of memory I ever had of that show. So this is the first time I've ever actually seen it. I never had any idea who the characters were. Even Joey Lawrence, I just knew he was on there. I didn't know what.
Yeah, me too.
I thought he was a boyfriend. I had no idea. So
right. Blossom aired for 5 seasons on NBC. It debuted in 1990 and made a mid-season replacement in 1991. Ran through 95. Blossom is a teenager living with her father and her 2 older brothers. What is this woman's name? Mayim Balak?
Biakerman?
Sure.
Alan Ackerman? She's our new Jeopardy host, right? Or is that over already?
No,
she got
canceled. She got canceled too.
Yeah.
You got canceled too?
Yeah, she said some pretty salacious things about both vaccinations. This is somehow she was an anti-vaxxer before COVID.
Right.
She was like one of those original
Yeah.
Might be a doctor,
OG
right? Isn't she
she's a neuroscientist.
Oh, okay, all right.
She's a neuroscientist,
But
yes.
also so is Ben Carson, and that man couldn't find his way out of a paper bag. I think neuroscientists
They're just giving
Right.
out those neuroscience degrees to anybody. I want it.
So she was an anti-vaxxer a couple years back. She apparently didn't vax her kids. Big downvote. And she also had some pretty unsavory comments about women who get C-sections and how their births don't count.
Right. They're not real women. Yeah, they don't that's not a real
What?
birth.
She said that?
Right.
Yes. That's
Like
right.
she misread some of that J.K. Rowling shit and was like, this talks about pregnancy, right?
My God. C-section is literally the most horrible thing that can happen to a human being.
Yeah.
Calm down. Let these people
Yeah.
live.
It was
literally
basically that.
and just
It was
dive into your stomach.
There's an
That's right.
instruction for C-section where it's like you can't walk up or down stairs for a
Right.
month. That's some pretty serious shit. Calm down, Blossom.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah. So they put Blossom back.
Yeah.
And now
she's
the hunt's
out.
back on again.
Right.
she's out. Just put
No.
LeVar Burton in there and just
Yeah,
get it
that's
over
what
with.
everybody wants. That's what
Yeah, just
everybody
do it.
wants.
Anyway.
Apparently he didn't do that good though. That's the
I-
problem. Like
I
everybody
watched
loves
one-
LeVar Burton, but he wasn't
bad?
actually that good.
Yeah, no, he stumbled a lot. But I mean, that could just be
Fucking
like his
right.
first time at it.
Who
I mean,
What's
isn't
LeVar
gonna-
Burton ever done?
Right.
Trebek did it for like 40 years.
Right,
Like,
right.
come on.
Everybody wants LeVar Burton. Give people what they want. Nobody's gonna not watch Jeopardy because LeVar Burton's on there. So it's just like
Right.
let him do it.
He's the best. Everybody loves him. All right. Blossom. See, this soured me on Blossom now.
Fuck you,
Season
Blossom.
2.
So I was genuinely thinking about it. The only show that we watched tonight that doesn't have somebody problematic in it is somehow The Nanny.
What?
Yeah.
I can't wait to get to every
'Cause
problematic
Slater ran
person.
his mouth,
Mhm.
and fucking Will Smith's a Scientologist.
You're right.
Like,
He's like a secret. At least we'll get to it. But at least Will Smith has a common decency to be like, keep this shit a secret.
Right.
Yeah.
Keep my shitty backstory a secret, please.
Now, son, you can be as stupid as you want. That's fine. But
You be
like,
stupid.
Keep it off me.
As long as nobody knows. Joey and Dad are working on the VCR because that's what you do. You take electronics apart and you work on them because they're
Yeah.
expensive, and you don't want to get a repairman in there.
Okay. They give a reason. They're struggling financially.
Right.
So, like, that's
Single
the reason.
dad
Right.
with 3 kids. 2 of them are stupid as fuck,
Yeah.
and one of them who's smart but is going to grow up to be an asshole.
All 3 though are of working age, so I don't. That's 4
They're-
incomes right there. So just
Yeah, right.
throwing that one out there.
Dad says repairmen take you to the cleaners, and then they destroy the VCR. Of course, if they break it. Joey tries to make a metaphor joke, which is kind of funny. He's like, I understand metaphors because I'm taking the SAT, and me and metaphors are like, yeah, never mind. Can't come up with a metaphor. Good joke right there.
That was good.
He says, maybe you should look at the manuals. And Dad says, never, you never look at the manual. You just do whatever. Blossom theme song blew me away. Blew me away. Could not believe it.
Yeah.
Could not believe it. I am a massive fan of Dr. John.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
The guy who did the theme song to fucking Blossom. Why?
hey, all
Why
right.
did Dr.
Yeah.
John do the theme song to Blossom?
Got to get a
He
paycheck.
probably didn't do the theme song.
Oh.
Somebody who was in charge of music probably
Gave
knew.
him, but he
Right.
agreed to do the song. Somehow it came across as crocodile printed desk. he decided to do. He decided to do this. Fascinating. He's a fascinating man. I once did a show with him, and he was like 80 something years old and didn't really say anything and just gave me that Dr. John smile. It was like, "How you doing?" And he's like, did that like Cheshire cat grin. I'm like, "All right, I'll take it. Take it."
So, well, I mean, I guess. All
Good,
right.
bad, I don't know.
All right, that's fine.
Whatever. Blossom studies with her friend Six. Six is one of the characters I think Asa put down as like one of his favorites.
Oh.
And I think she's pretty damn good.
Yeah, she's good.
Yeah,
I like her
for sure.
I just have one question. Why isn't X-Pac this character? It's Six. I'm just saying. Got it again.
Oh God, Six, but there's no Y in triple X after.
Yes. It also looks like this Six has bathed. So, much better than Sean Waltman.
Six is freaked out about taking tests. I really like Blossom and Six together. There needed to be a lot more of that. Grandpa, funny character in this. It's like, I'm going to the track. Let me take my alcoholic grandson to the track.
Now, who is the grandson? I've seen this guy before.
I have too. But
yeah, I don't remember where I've seen him, but 100%
clue.
he has been in. I feel like a shitty horror movie I watched in the 90s. I definitely have seen this kid.
His real name is Michael.
All right, let's find out what his story is.
Stoyanov.
What's
Give
his
me some
story?
movies.
Up here.
He wrote for Conan O'Brien.
Oh, wow. All right.
Oh,
A movie said he regretted. Ooh, ouch.
Wow.
Then he wrote for Mad TV and wrote for Mr. Show,
Okay.
which is one of my favorite shows.
Yeah, I will
Mr.
say
Show
okay.
is so good. Did improv at Second City. Was on Quantum Leap.
Definitely wasn't that.
Was in The Dark Knight as
Yeah.
a Joker goon. Holy shit. He's in Red Dead Redemption 2.
Really? Who's
Yeah.
he there?
It doesn't say.
Assorted
He
voice.
just- it's a sorted voice.
Yeah.
Is it?
They Blossom and Six are fun. Grandpa takes recovering alcoholic Tony, older son, to the track. Terrible idea.
Yeah, but they
Joey-
did a good job with establishing. We don't know these characters. I got that character pretty much
Right.
within a couple of minutes. I'm like, oh, okay, recovering alcoholic, regrets his decisions. There's probably episodes about that we just missing, but I got it.
Yep.
I'm with you.
Joey is wondering which school he should go to play baseball for. He's an idiot, though, so he's probably not going to get into college. He says the test is multiple guess, so I'll just guess on everything. And his dad is like, wow. And then he says to the older son, you ever think that he's just fucking with us? Which I thought was a good joke. Like,
That was good.
you ever think he just like says stupid shit and leaves the room and just laughs and laughs about how we are falling for this?
I like
And,
That is a good bit.
Yeah.
it's a good bit. Dad fixes the plumbing under the sink because he can't pay a repairman. Blossom comes in and he's like, you two are such fuck ups. My two sons are awful, but at least I got Blossom. She's going to make it to Harvard. It's going to be fine. Tony, we find out Tony's not a college guy. He's an alcoholic. Six freaks out about the test and says that every time she opens a book, she can hear the horrible screams of the people who took the test in the past. They get ready to take the test, which isn't this the practice? SAT?
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
just about
right.
to bring that up. Like, I mean, maybe they're assuming people don't quite know this, but the PSAT means
nothing.
literally nothing.
Really
Yeah,
nothing.
If you
Yes,
completely
absolutely.
bomb it, it doesn't matter.
Right.
And now the whole point is to give you an idea of what the SAT is like. So if you bomb it, good, because
Right.
now you know what you need to work on.
It is literally the equivalent of a preseason game. Like you're going through it. The results don't matter. I remember taking it though. I do remember taking the PSATs and like zero pressure. Like this was the exact
Right.
opposite of what I went through. Where I was just like, who gives a shit? I remember it was like during a study hall. Like who gives a shit? Nobody
I mean, I
cares.
get it. They have to drum up some sort of drama. And how do you get to, if Joey's supposed to be older, how do you
Yeah,
get them
right,
both
right.
to take the same test or whatever?
I get it.
But still, unbelievably stupid of a premise of a show.
No stakes, even though they try to make it such a big deal.
Exactly.
Joey gets
Which-
so
which is just like a staple of all these shows now.
Right.
It's like
Yeah.
everyone overreacts. But I mean, I can't not think about the Danny Taylor, Vicky.
Yes,
Danny Taylor,
right.
You can
Danny
never
Tanner,
stop thinking
Vicky
about
thing
it.
when
Yes.
he was 5 months older than him, and like somehow they squeezed the whole episode out of that.
Right. Or being trapped in a fish tank and not
Right.
just
They squeezed 5 episodes out of that fish tank.
Yeah,
seriously.
some say they're still down there. Joey's eating Jesse's hair.
the babies swim by in boxes.
They're 35 now.
Oh God.
Camera stays on them for 45 minutes.
We've lived in here our whole lives. Joey's freaked out so much that he can't even speak. So Blossom has to direct him to the correct testing room. The pressure's all on her because dad has no money and basically said, she's my meal ticket. So
I also love this no money family in this beautiful house.
Yeah, right.
That house is like $380,000 now.
Easy.
million bedrooms, and Blossom's closet alone is ridiculous.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Jim.
right?
Yeah, it's like not even a walk-in closet. It's like a room.
That's a kitchen now.
3 people hang out in there
Yeah, right.
at some point. She gets so freaked out because of all this pressure. She can't even write her own name down. We pan over to the guy, Rich from Step by Step is there.
Again. Okay,
He's
great.
everything.
Fucking
Oh my God, he's literally
Omar
everything.
Gooding's in this
yeah,
too.
Omar Gooding there.
Omar
too.
Gooding, yeah.
Right.
Randomly Omar Gooding in the back.
Yeah.
All the kids kind of like break character and talk about their futures to the camera. Some of them are kind of funny. Some of them are bleh. Blossom bombs the test. She can't even remember her name. Time runs out. She realizes she has to write her own name down. Tony goes to the track. Alcoholic older son. And he wins money right away. And he's obsessed with money. And then he yells out at one point, now it's time for the women. And him and Grandpa have a bunch of ladies. Joey did great. Thinks he did great on the test. I'm sure he did not. He thinks he did great on the test. Blossom knows she fucked up.
There's something to be said about that like level of optimism that's kind of endearing with people.
Yeah.
Like if you're just an idiot, but you're really confident that you scored really well on that, you're like, let him have the moment. Like I kind of like that. Joey was fine this entire episode.
He
I
was
kind of like
good.
the character. Yeah.
He's not overbearing. He's in there just enough to make it good. Tony's at the track. He's now won $78,000. And Grandpa says, we've done great. And there's one race left. And Tony's like, well, we got to bet on Blossom the horse. What? You won $78,000. What are you doing? And Grandpa says, you never deviate from the plan, which
Stupid.
is dumb. And we have Saratoga Racetrack very near you, right, Greg?
Yeah.
So that's not how it works.
No, I mean, it's very, very stupid. All of this is stupid. Like, they treat it like they can't take this money home unless they end the day with it.
Right.
Right.
And also, they treat it as if you have to bet all of your money every time. Like,
he does an all in. He bet 78 grand.
Yeah.
Right. He could have just like they went with $10. Okay. I guess we should clarify a little bit.
Yes.
The grandpa, the alcoholic says, "Are you sure an addict should go to the track?" And the grandpa was like, "Yes, it's okay because you take $10 with you, so you can't lose more than $10, and you make your plan like you." Plan out all 8 races the night before, and no matter what happens, you stick to the plan. Well, it turns out the plan by the 8th race got them the $78,000.
Mm-hmm.
But like the grandpa says, like this is a fucking law or something. Like, are there horse cops gonna come along and say, "No, sir, you have to put all of your money on Blossom the horse"?
That fucking guy who plays the trumpet is gonna come by and play the trumpet in your face until you bet it all.
All over
I hate that trumpet guy at Saratoga. God.
I just like also how Grandpa is just very chill about acquiring $78,000, which probably would have paid off Dad's mortgage at that point.
They could have bought us a whole second VCR.
Yeah, right.
You could have got all the.
You
could have got.
Could have got a laser disc player with it.
He could have got a fucking VCR. That shit was expensive.
Mhm.
VHSs were like $300 at one point. It's like, sorry, you can't have Batman. It's
Yeah.
more than our fucking mortgage payment for Batman. Okay, great. So they bet it all, of course. Grandpa doesn't stop him. He's like,
No.
just bet 70 grand.
Right.
Just bet 8 grand. Just bet anything less. Let's leave with something. Nope, he loses it all.
And like maybe there's a lesson here, like, well, even when you think you have nothing, you always have your family. And that's
Mhm.
like an alcohol thing. It's like you've hit rock bottom, but don't worry,
Yeah.
there's always someone who loves you.
Yeah.
But there's no fucking moral. It's just
Yeah.
like suck it up, kiddo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So he loses it all, and then he comes back to the house and he says to Grandpa, yeah, this is bad. This is like when I used to get super, super high.
Which
And he
kind
goes-
of shook me a little bit because
Yeah,
we're
right.
talking
Yeah, you don't-
about TGIF adjacent shows.
You don't
and
hear
that's-
that often.
Even Step by Step isn't going to talk about
Right.
Cody's drug problems. which
We have,
they
like,
know.
They did talk about weed.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
time.
but like
later, but they also had like very thinly veiled, references to drugs and addictions and stuff.
Right.
We did that whole
Yeah.
episode on that. So
Yeah.
it was a little jarring. You're right to hear him talk about like, yeah, I used to get high all the time. That's
Yeah.
why I'm in rehab.
And then he says, I'm headed to Gamblers Anonymous on Monday to get this figured out because this is a problem.
Thanks, Grandpa.
Thanks. Now I gotta go
what
to
a
more
time Sean became an alcoholic
In
For,
one
like,
minute.
one day.
one sip as soon as I touch your lips.
I don't mean to make
Alcohol.
fun of alcoholics. I'm sorry,
No,
it's a disease.
no,
I
no,
know. I'm sorry.
Just the way that it was so quick.
Right.
one
Nobody
sip.
takes
One sip from Sean and he was
Yeah.
in.
one sip
Don't
of
ever
Natty
take
Daddy.
that kid to Catholic church.
Oh God. He's
One
stealing
sip
the,
immediately to the confessional.
stealing the Carlo Rossi from the back, the big jug. Give me that jug. All of this drama is going on, and Blossom Dad, whatever his name is, he walks in and he's like, "How did the track go, guys?" And Grandpa goes, "Well, we lost $10,"
Mhm.
and then they just kind of leave it at that, like, "Oh, we lost $10. That's all we really lost. We didn't lose 78 grand. We never really had it because we
At
never
least-
really left the premises with it."
At least
That's
Grandpa
also
covered
wrong.
there. Yeah.
Like that.
I would
like
not feel
on
this way.
cursory glance, yes, correct.
Yeah,
But that's not how money works. They handed you the money, you owned it.
yeah.
Right. But imagine if he told the dad, like, "Oh, by the way, we had $78,000," and you're like,
He didn't come
drug
home with it.
addict son lost it. So Grandpa doing the nice thing there.
Covering his butt.
Yep.
Blossom's so freaked out she lives in the closet now, in this insane 1991 closet, with, erupted with neon and
Right.
jumpsuits and all the other things.
It's like the
Scrunchies.
show. It's like the show in Living Color just threw up.
Yes,
That's the entire wardrobe.
it's a picture worth a whole decade's worth of words.
Yeah.
She's cracked under the pressure. She tells Dad, "Yeah, I'm in trouble." Six shows up. She comes into the closet too. There's a joke about a Cosby thing here. It's kind of awkward. It's like I took a Cosby pill.
Oh, yeah.
Better than a
Mm.
Cosby drink.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
What did Michael Jackson
need
call
to.
it? Jesus juice?
yeah, something like that. Joey comes in. He's very confused why everyone's in the closet, and they talk about how there's no pressure on you when you're a dumb person. You just live through life like very happily because you're dumb.
That's
You don't even know anything.
a
Yeah.
good lesson.
You're not
Yep.
wrong.
Right?
And then, it turned out earlier Dad was fixing the closet doorknob, and he screwed that up too. So they're all stuck in the closet.
Yep.
They're trapped in the closet. A real R. Kelly situation.
Whoa. Wow. We're just touching on all the
yeah,
scandals.
seriously. Which one whipped out his gun?
Have you ever watched Trapped in the Closet? Like,
Fantastic.
legitimately
I
sat
watched the
down and
first
watched it?
part. I
I
didn't watch
fucking
the
hate R.
second
Kelly,
part.
but goddamn,
So
that is
crazy.
real.
That was
good.
such a wild time.
Yeah.
What a time.
The early 2000s were something else.
What a time.
It's like
Real
a time
talk.
without identity, but also anything could happen.
Yeah. Right.
The song I danced to from 4th grade on was about pissing on people, and I had no idea. Just having a good time.
Yeah.
I just like to assume every song I dance to is about pissing on people, and then sometimes I'm pleasantly surprised.
Ah!
You know, sometimes I get to live in ignorance.
Oh shit! Is that Celine Dion again? All right. What are
Enya?
this song's about?
We don't know Enya's songs are not about pee.
Most of them are about P.
Most of them are about P.
Blossom, what do you think? Verdict on Blossom. Didn't love it.
I thought it was fine.
Yeah,
Like,
it was fine.
totally fine.
Couple
I thought there
great
were some funny
moments.
jokes.
Yeah.
I thought, like all the characters were okay. I actually kind of liked the alcoholic brother. Like it was a
Yeah.
little over the top, but it worked for me. But as we talked about previously, all the morals were fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Like no one learned anything, I guess. Blossom learned that it's okay to be dumb.
It's okay to be dumb. That's
right.
Tony learned that you shouldn't. Everything in moderation. Still, we still got to figure that
Stick
out.
to the plan. Yeah.
It's okay if you lose 78 grand because you didn't lose your own 78 grand.
I like Joey. I kind of wanted to see a little bit more of that because he was. I kind of get why he probably was pegged as a breakout star in this one because he was charismatic. I kind of like the whole like, well, I'm dumb, so nothing really gets to me. I can just kind of coast through life and not take things seriously because I knew people like that, and they were generally pretty happy. So like I can kind of relate to seeing how that was. This was totally fine. This I could watch another one.
like a C plus B minus.
right.
I would watch another episode, but I'm also not
right.
I'm not going to go looking for more.
Right. Perfect.
They also do make a fun joke at the end where they're like, now that you've done well on the test, which we don't know that he has.
Yeah.
But they're like, now that you've done well on the test, you do have the pressure on you because you got to live up to that when you take the real SATs. And then he starts freaking out. I think we get a whoa in there for that.
Yeah.
I like the metaphor joke. I like the VCR stuff. I like the dad.
Yeah, I like the dad. I liked all the characters for sure. I just didn't like any of the words coming out of their mouth.
Right,
like
six was good. That joke about him being like stupid, like he was hiding being smart. I thought that was really funny. I got a good laugh out of that.
Yes, that is
just a competent episode of comedic television.
Yes,
and that's fine.
Yep. Right.
Yeah, it's good. It's
There's
all
nobody
fine.
in a fucking box.
The bar is so low.
As long as no babies are pulled around and close up zoomed in for 20 minutes, it's good.
You know what?
Fine.
This actually reminded me a lot of the recent Boy Meets World episodes we've watched. Funny episodes, but just like nothing plots.
The overall story is just not there.
Yeah, like good jokes. Totally good jokes, but just like I'm not compelled to watch these characters do anything.
At least there wasn't a breakup. You gotta give it that.
Oh, you never know. Topanga, she broke up with somebody again, I think.
Off camera. We have to discuss it in Blossom.
I think her real husband is like, yo, come on.
Yeah.
Pump the brakes.
Yeah.
Anka's real husband. I actually think
I'm worried about it. I'm your real husband. I know it's fake, but I'm still worried about it. You did a lot of shady shit, Topanga.
Topanga.
Son wife Topanga.
He has to have done that at least once. Come on.
Oh, come on.
Yeah,
yes.
seriously.
Oh my God. Talking about controversy. You know who Topanga's husband is? I just remember this.
Who is it? It is somebody famous, right?
He is recently famous. He was the guy who found shrimp tails in his Cinnamon Toast Crunch last year.
Yes.
He is?
Yes. That's yes. And then everyone's like, I'm pretty sure this is fake. And then it went away. And then a bunch of stories about what a dick he is came out.
Right. But my favorite part of that story is when it launched. Like, well, that's a fucking weird story. Wait a minute, he's married to Topanga. Like, it got progressively.
That's
weirder.
even weirder.
It's like the whole like high school football team that doesn't exist now. Like the more information you get, the crazier that story gets.
For 7 billion people on this planet, the world is really small.
Yeah. Yes.
You never know who's going to be married to Topanga.
Yeah.
Is it you, Ryan?
That might be me.
Damn.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch guy.
I'm sorry. I'm being told I've been divorced. It was a quick relationship.
Give it an episode.
30 seconds. Maybe
we'll
I'll
come back next episode. You'll be back.
1 week and a suicidal dolphin, and you're back together, baby.
Where can I find a suicidal dolphin? Let me get this back on track, Topanga.
This will repair our relationship.
Please. I got plenty of animals that want to kill themselves.
We found them in a box of Cheerios.
Oh god.
All right. The Nanny. season 1, episode 14, The Family Plumbing. Maxwell reveals he has a double standard when it comes to his children and the opposite sex.
Irving! Irving! Irving, are you in here? Oh. Oh.
How about a little privacy here?
Tiffany, I told you not to touch anything.
You also said to play nice.
What were you kids thinking making out in there? A minute ago you were at each other's throats. Now you're just at each other? What happened?
Well, she hit me, then I pushed her. One thing led to another. You know how it is.
I have a weird thing about the nanny. I used to see it and I used to think the nanny was hot. Is that weird?
I think that's sort of the intent.
Right.
I think
No.
I thought the nanny was hot back in the day. I was like, whoa, who's this lady? She's hot. I don't remember much else about it as a kid.
She's like a fit lady who's proud and powerful.
Fun. She was fun.
Right. Wore
Yeah,
like
yeah.
skimpy clothing, on the show.
think-
Like,
yeah,
I think there's an intent.
She
to
did.
that.
I think she
right.
did at one point.
yeah.
But
Well,
I
that was the
remember.
whole point,
I remember thinking she was hot. Quick backstory on the nanny. I thought this thing was on Tubi, one of my favorite apps, because you can find all kinds of weirdo,
Oh yeah.
bonkers shit for free. They need to start paying me, but go find Tubi. It's a free app. There's all kinds of weirdo stuff on there.
They broadcast
especially-
old school like mystery science, which is I
Yeah.
love about that. So,
So much cool stuff on there. They had the nanny. I was looking it up. It's like, cool. It's on Tubi. We can watch the nanny. They only have seasons 3 and 4 are on there. So you have to go to HBO Max to see season 1. What the fuck? But
where the
anyway,
money is.
so now we've got it all settled. The Nanny on HBO Max. You can watch the whole thing. So the Nanny. What you got any memories of the Nanny other than I thought she was hot? She's
liked
a good
this
looking
show a
lady.
lot
Fran
when I was
Dresser,
a
good looking lady.
Yeah, absolutely.
Funny, very funny.
Yeah. She was in Spinal Tap, and
Yes.
She
Like,
was
she's
incredible
really
on
young.
Spinal Tap.
She had a good
Yeah.
career before this.
Yeah.
She was in a lot of movies.
yeah.
I vividly remember The Nanny. My parents loved The Nanny, so this one
My
was
parents
always
love
on.
the nanny.
Yeah. But I did enjoy it. Like we'll get to it, but I loved Niles the butler. I thought he was always very
Oh.
funny.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Excellent character.
Right. And I thought like even the kids were like pretty well like fleshed out. I remember like the youngest girl really grows on you as the series goes on, and she obviously she also grows up on the show, so you kind of get that like arc there going, like a coming of age arc with her.
Mhm.
But once again, likable characters. Maxwell was good. I like the feud Niles had with Miss Babcock. I always thought that was funny. Including I still remember the last episode they hook up, which I think is tremendous. So
Oh, nice. The Nanny was on CBS originally November 3rd, 1993 through 1999. Had a nice run.
Yeah, right.
Real nice run.
Yep.
Starring Fran Drescher as a Jewish fashionista from Flushing, Queens. She becomes the nanny of 3 children in the New York British high society.
This I thought she was Italian. I definitely read this as Italian.
Really?
I guess I was wrong on that.
I could get that from this,
Yeah.
but that's what Wikipedia says.
No,
I
but
feel like her
I
cousin was like Vinny or something, right?
The plumber, her cousin's a
what was it?
plumber, and
I mean, I'm
he's-
sorry, like my cousin the plumber is definitely an
Yeah.
Italian thing.
right? It
Not
says
that it
Jewish
matters.
on Wikipedia.
All right,
Doesn't
all right,
matter.
Who am I to argue with the internet?
I just remember like her mother was like very like that was the joke.
Oh
was, like,
yeah, you know,
remember
you're right.
her? Yeah, like
You're very much right. Yep.
Heavy on the Jewish stereotypes.
Well, we're in this posh house and there's no water, so they're gonna move back to England.
End of the show.
The end.
Yeah.
A friend walks out and she looks great,
Mhm.
and they're like, "Why do you look so good?" And she goes, "Well, I used a lot of moist towelettes." There's no running water, but I use moist towelettes. Fran always has a story or a family member or something. That's the whole gimmick of
Yes.
her character.
And that runs throughout the entire show. She always knows somebody or has a family member. Like the family's outrageously big.
Yeah.
know.
So she has a family member who's a plumber, her cousin Irving.
Yeah.
And Maxwell won't let his daughter go to a kissing party. So
I mean, sure, I guess, but
Listen.
like, why would you call it that? Just
Right.
lie.
My kid is 14 years old, and she's smart enough not to call it a kissing party if she's going to
Right.
present to me.
that's
So, like, that's her. That's out of that kid.
that
for
daughter's
being
fault.
that dumb. Yeah, right.
Daughter's fault.
Yep.
This episode, do you see who it was written by?
Yeah, the guy from Scrubs, right?
Bill Lawrence,
Yeah.
the writer, creator of Scrubs, and what's that one with the big wine glass? The other one,
Oh,
Cougar Town.
Cougar Town.
Cougar
Yeah.
Town. He did that too, right?
Yeah, I
Which
think
is
you're right.
basically like Scrubs alternate universe. So,
Right.
all the same actors and everybody.
I enjoyed Scrubs, but I enjoyed the like Scrubs happened and then Children's Hospital happened.
Yeah.
Like I love Children's Hospital.
Yeah.
And how they literally blew up the Scrubs Hospital. Did you know that?
Yes, right. Yeah.
They like the hospital exploded in one of the episodes. Fran intervenes. She's gonna try to help the daughter. This was it Maxwell, the dad?
Yeah, Maxwell's the dad.
Maxwell says she's too young for a kissing party, but meanwhile, I'm gonna look at a million resumes of showgirls for my Broadway play. Is that what he does?
Yeah, he's a writer or no, a producer. He's like a producer of Broadway. That's his thing. That's why he can afford such a nice house.
Okay. So he's
Right,
producing
this-
Broadway.
Bill Lawrence has done fucking everything that's mattered in the last.
So
like,
good. He's
Yeah,
so
yeah,
good.
years.
yeah.
Most recently, he created Ted Lasso.
Wow.
Wow, damn.
Yeah. He also wrote Billy.
Yep.
our original
Billy!
show, Boy Meets World.
Billy!
all this shit. Apparently, he named Topanga.
Wow. Holy
Full
shit.
circle, baby.
He might be married to her. We don't know.
What was I gonna
Sorry,
say?
I know.
Shit.
I'm running this into the
I
ground.
was
with
gonna
my
say something about
Topanga
Bill-
facts.
Bill Lawrence, and you shocked me with that.
Tune in next week, Topanga Facts podcast.
3.5 hours at Topanga Fest.
She's not busy. She could be on there. She's
Yeah,
a guest
seriously.
every week.
Hosted by Topanga and her several ex-husbands.
Which will be the three of us.
There's several. We're all ex-husbands. Cousin Tiffany and Irving the plumber, who's like 100, come in and they're gonna fix the plumbing. And cousin Tiffany is somebody for sure. She's definitely in stuff.
Yeah, no, she struck me as somebody I've seen before, but I couldn't place it.
I
She's
think
young. She's like 12 or 13. In
Yeah,
this
isn't
one.
she
Yeah.
like the bad girlfriend of Stephanie in Full House? That's what I thought. But
Oh,
I'm
maybe.
wrong. Irving forgot to bring his wrench. He's a plumber, but he forgot his wrench. The nanny says, like, I got a lot of stuff to do. So she sends Tiffany and the boy son. There's only 2 kids at this point, right? Or no, there's 3.
No, there's 3. The younger one is barely in this at all.
She's
Yeah.
like a toddler or
Yeah.
4, maybe. Anyway, they go play. She sends them off to go play. Fran makes a bunch of snacks. I don't know why I thought this was weird, but she puts her peanut butter in the fridge.
That's weird.
Freeze? You put your peanut butter in the fridge?
No, I'm not a communist. Why would I do that?
Peanut butter in the fridge. Yes, that is something I would do if I had peanut butter.
Really?
Okay. All right.
All the time.
Never-
Every time you have peanut butter,
Every
you put it in
time?
the fridge.
Well, okay, look, I'm allergic to peanuts, so I haven't had peanut butter in
Oh,
20
well,
years.
that's a problem
But
then.
yeah.
My recollection is
And
yes,
that's why
I mean,
Panga divorced you. God damn it.
Yeah, right. She came to me because I keep my peanut butter in the pantry where it fucking belongs.
You're right. You're right. You know, I
Right.
should have been better.
And then I found some shrimp
Sorry.
tails and she left me for Ryan.
Oh, she just divorced. She's back with me.
Good. Excellent.
This just in. She's back with me. Showgirls are hanging out in Maxwell's office, and
Yeah.
everyone wants to get a peep.
Yeah.
Peeping Toms want to see these showgirls, and the littlest girl, I don't remember the kid's name. Sorry. She walks through and goes, "Look, life-size Barbie dolls." And they're like, "Yeah, pretty much." We get sassy butler time with
Oh, Niles.
Niles.
So funny.
We get this again in Fresh Prince. A
We
butler
do.
who openly berates and cuts down his master, or his not his master. What do you call him? His
But Jeffrey calls
guy.
him master. Which
yeah, right.
Yeah,
weirded
right.
me out. Not like in a like slavery
Yeah.
type thing in general,
Yeah,
but,
but
like
it's weird, right?
I would. There was not enough money in the world.
Yeah.
Master Bruce Wayne, like we get that
Right.
in the
Oh yeah.
in the
Oh.
Batman movies a lot.
Now, Greg,
Not
you
into
can make
that.
your employees call you that. I think Sean would do that for a certain amount of money.
Oh.
I mean, he may, but that's because I'll beat him up, not because I pay him.
Oh, Topanga's divorced me. She's with you. She needs a strong man
Yeah.
who will not
Get those
pay.
Topanga muscles out there.
I like the way you bully Sean.
No, make him an alcoholic.
Give him a sip.
Give him a card and tell him to get wrecked.
Your Topanga voice is outstanding. Mark. Your
That's
Topanga
what I bring to this podcast. Is the Topanga voice.
Topanga
She's back
voice.
with me because I can do the voice.
I want to date someone who sounds just like me.
Damn it! Lost her.
It's so stupid. It's so stupid, but so good. Oh, sassy butlers. Irving is missing. That's what happens when you bring a plumber with Alzheimer's into your house. That's 78,000 square feet. He's lost. Cousin Tiffany is discovered. She's making out with the boy son in the shower. Fran catches them. She thinks she's going to be in big trouble because Maxwell's so freaked out about his daughter, Maggie. That's her name. She comes down and says, like, fire my cousin. Who cares? I don't care. And she explains everything to Maxwell, and he like gets so weird. And he's just like, yeah, baby. All right, my son's hooking up with the ladies.
Yeah, they beat me. All right. I like it.
My God.
Making
So
out with
weird.
a 12-year-old in my shower.
It's so
Yeah.
bizarre. He's super proud. Men and women should be treated equal, she says. Maxwell is then taking a shower later. He's naked, and Fran walks in on him naked because she's trying to snuff out where Tiffany is. She can't find Tiffany, but she finds naked Maxwell, and he has soap on a rope. Second soap on a rope of this episode.
Maybe that's a good idea. Maybe we should bring that back. I drop the soap all the time in the shower.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Except for what do you do when you got to go all the way down? You take it off and then drop it still?
Well, maybe we can have like wrist ropes.
Topanga's really in on this idea. She's
Innovator.
Well, you're the
She's
innovator.
moved to you because you're an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
I like your spirit.
Right next to the magic cards, you got your wrist. You got your wrist soap.
Yeah, wrist soap. I am a millionaire. Wrist. Just two? You like? He got them both going at the same.
They double as a weapon if you're ever attacked in the shower.
Like Michelangelo.
Yeah.
Bryden. Bryden is the kid's name. He didn't have enough soap on a rope, so she's out. He gets dumped. He goes, "Did I just get dumped?" And Fran's like, "Yeah, you did." And Maxwell says, "It's okay, son. Don't worry about it." And he says, "Well, did I get to first base or not?" And Maxwell's like, "Yeah, you got to first base. I'm pretty sure." He's like, "Awesome, sweet, good. Gotta go tell all my friends." Fran says, "You have a double standard. You treat your daughter like shit. She can't go to parties, but your son can make out with whoever he wants to." And then Maxwell can't look her in the eye because she's seen him naked, which I don't they get together at some point?
Yes, they end up married.
Yeah, they get together. So they want it. Maggie can go to the party, but she has to be home at 10 because the double standard. He gets called on a shit, and he's like, "All right, you're right. She can go to the party." And then we get a second bloopers in the credits.
Yeah,
which I love
from the nanny. Great.
More of this.
Fran fucking up her lines over and over and over again. Fun. I enjoyed this.
Yep.
I gotta say, I enjoyed this. I could watch more Nanny right now.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yep. Like I said, I distinctly remember like Niles Centric's episodes being some of my favorite, but even the ones that weren't, like she's very funny. And I generally like the three kids. Like I think they're all had good arcs that I distinctly remember. So yeah, no, good show.
My biggest complaint with this is actually the opposite of all the other ones. There was a million storylines going on in this, and like
Too much.
Right, like the
Irving.
dancers, and I get it. It was kind of like setting up he has double standards. Like he can ogle women, but women, his daughter can't be ogled or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
but like we had the plumber, we had seeing him naked, we had the little niece, we had the auditions, we had, I mean, it was just like it kept going on and on and on.
So much.
Yeah, there was a lot going on in this episode. And it was all funny, and that's fine, but like I feel like you could have trimmed a little bit of the fat. It was a little racier than I remembered.
Yeah.
Pretty racy.
I kind of remember though this one being more so than a lot of the other stuff I was watching at the time. Just because once again we were kind of touching on it too. Like the whole premise I think is just you're supposed to be like, you know, Fran is supposed to be out there and sexy and modern and you know, openly talking about stuff that most sitcoms wouldn't talk about. So
yeah, she's not phased at all by like, oh, she's going to a makeup party. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Right.
You know.
I just remember this as being a very PG show. And I mean, this was still PG, but it was definitely like there's a lot more like innuendo than I expected, especially from the butler.
Yeah.
Oh, he's great. So good.
Hysterical.
My wife is she has like, you know, all the Nanny, you know, seasons on DVD. She really was a big fan. So when I told her which one we did, she kind of got a little upset. She's like, that's a good one, but like, you know, she had like a laundry list of other ones that we should have watched. Yeah.
All right.
So,
well,
is
next
the
year,
nanny her dinosaurs in your relationship?
it sure is. That's why
What's her nanny pops?
Nanny is her dinosaurs
right there.
Just off screen.
There's Fran. There's naked Maxwell.
They got to be running out of pops, right?
Maxwell,
There's no more
right.
pops to make.
Oh, there's plenty, man.
They're making the Nanny now. What else?
They make
is
everything, dude. I'm not even kidding. I mean, as someone, I sell them at work. It's a fucking nightmare.
They're gonna make pops of us soon because they're gonna run out.
They already do.
You can do that. You can get
Topanga's ex-husband's a whole line.
Yeah. Greg with the soap ropes.
Your soap's on a rope, Pop. You're onto something here. We should cut this out so nobody else steals this idea.
Yeah, seriously.
That's right.
Saved by the Bell. The powerhouse that it is. Season 3, episode 1, The Prom. Zach and Kelly plan to go to the prom together, but her dad loses his job, so she decides she shouldn't spend any money on the prom. Screech asks Lisa to go to the movies, and Jesse and Slater go to the prom together. Ooh, baby.
Zach, what are we doing here?
Told you I had a surprise.
What is all this?
It's a prom picnic.
You're crazy.
Only about you.
We did prom episodes already.
Yes.
Curious where this would land in our prom episodes. I guess we can get to that at the end, but it's a prom episode. This I remember very well.
Really?
This
episode or just the show in general?
This episode specifically. Probably like the Jesse's on drugs episode is more well known.
Yeah.
Like
not for any reason other than it's like that. It's really
stupid.
Funny.
Really out of place. Yeah.
It's so stupid. I remember like there was like a wrestling one where Slater wrestles Zach or something. Where they get to be principal the whole time. That I enjoyed that one a lot. Where Zach is principal and Kelly's the teacher or something like that. And I love Saved by the Bell. Belding is like a student. Somehow this is allowed.
One of my first like early crushes was Kelly. Like I really remember that. Like I feel like a lot of people our age, dudes our age, or girls our age, like that was like the character you were kind of like into, you know.
And I really think this is one of the episodes where it's like, oh yeah,
right.
This is a Kelly crush episode if there ever was one. Everybody's watched Saved by the Bell, so I'm sure you guys.
Yep.
You guys love it, or do you feel like it's Full House territory?
Oh no,
like so cheesy it's Full House territory.
Yeah.
This definitely holds up for me, but also I think you have to look at it with a certain lens. Saved by the Bell is a kid show.
Yeah.
It's like it's a show,
middle school.
It's a show for like 10 to 13-year-olds who want to watch a show about 14 to 17-year-olds. Like, so with that in mind, like the plot lines are a little dumb and the sets are poor and all that stuff, whatever. But like, I think as far as that type of show goes, I think this is the fucking pinnacle.
Mm-hmm. I had more nostalgia watching this than I have like some of the other TGIF episodes we did. Even though I look back on Family Matters and Perfect Strangers very fondly, it really hit notes for me, like really made me feel like, oh shit, like kind of took me back to when I remember sitting in front of my TV, like on the top of the landing, watching this, this show. The characters, once again, all likable. They all had their. I thought, like, I know, and there's certain episodes that Screech becomes a little too much, but he was used like just enough in this one. And we'll get to it. The Geraldo joke I thought was very funny, and he did it very, very well. So they all had something to do, and like the characters are just, man, it took me back. I really, really enjoyed watching this.
This show it's literally never not been our lives. Like it debuted on NBC in 1989, originally a Disney Channel show called Good Morning Miss Bliss, which was a totally different group of people with some of the actors. It had spin-off series, the college years. It had the fucking one where they go to Hawaii. It had
I remember that one.
Saved by the Bell, the new class, which guess how long that shit ran?
A long
7
time.
years.
Yeah. Screech was on that, right? Or something?
That
Yeah, he was like the assistant to building or something.
Yeah, that ran 7 years. Then right after that was over, a few years later, Screech was on all those VH1 shows.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He's on like the biggest fat person that's going to lose weight, and he was on the Surreal Life and all this
Surreal
other
Life,
shit.
that's what it was, right?
He's
Celebrity
on
House
all
something
these
type
VH1 shows is like the original, like not the original, but one of the early like reality TV celebrity villains. And then now it's back.
Yeah,
there's a Saved by the Bell on Peacock,
and I think they're all pretty much involved. Though I think almost everybody who's obviously still alive, is involved in the show.
Other than whoever played Lisa, I don't know if she's involved. Right,
but I know like Jesse's daughter, like in character, daughter is a main character on this, and obviously Jesse Elizabeth Berkley's on it too. So, you know what? Fine, that's great. Like honestly, like I have a lot of nostalgia for this. I have a lot of fondness for Saved by the Bell. So great. I like the characters keep going. There's enough where on meat on this bone where you could, like revisit these characters every 10, 20 years just to see what they're up to. And I think that's fine.
Zach and Slater show up in Kelly's room and they want to know who's she gonna pick to be her prom date. She's so screwed up. She has a dream where Screech is Geraldo. We talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
And it is funny.
Mm-hmm.
Geraldo was such a thing back then, but it's just not now.
Yeah.
He was the one that did Gotti's? Was it Gotti's?
Capone's Vault.
Capone's Vault.
Yes,
right.
Capone's
that was
Vault.
it.
Oh,
sorry.
an all-timer.
Yeah. Where it opened it and nothing was in
It
there,
was
right?
paper. Yeah, it's all it was paper. Yeah. But I love Screech's little transitions when he's talking. It's like, he'll interview somebody, as Geraldo, and then he'll be like, that's gross. Anyway, he throws in these little one-liners that's very, very funny. So it's like, haha, pathetic. Anyway.
Well, they're gonna have to decide who the prom date is in this dream via hunk off. So they come out having a fashion show in their suits, and in the dream she chooses AC Slater. Wakes up the next day, goes to school. Everybody's asking her who she's gonna choose. She's had a night to sleep on it. Slater won in the dream.
Yeah.
She ends up going with Zach because of what Zach in a dream said to her. Not real Zach.
Yeah.
Zach in a dream was like, it's okay. Whoever you pick is fine with me as long as you're happy. So that's why she picks Zach in real life.
Listen, I've had my wife be mad at me because I did something mean to her in a dream. So, I get this. Whatever, make your decisions. That's fine.
Zach gets mad.
Yeah.
He gets angry because he's in such shock. He doesn't realize that she's picked him.
That was funny.
Everyone's like, you won. And AC Slater's like, relax, you win, Preppy. I'm moving on. I got better gets to get. I'm AC Slater.
Yeah.
Screech asked Lisa out on a date and was like, please just let me take you on one date. Let's do this. And she's like, never, unless worms with ears show up. That's such a 10-year-old joke. Screech does show up. And he has worms with ears because he taped them on or something. I forget. So they have to go on this date now. And she's like, one date. And if it goes badly, you promise you're going to leave me alone forever and stop sexually harassing me at school every season of the show. Kelly finds out her dad was fired from his job, which
got
is
real. It got real in this episode. Damn, really quickly too.
Serious. We're getting into the real section in these shows.
Yeah.
So dad gets fired. I forget what his job is, but it's kind of crazy.
It's
like a
contractor or something, right?
Yeah, military thing.
Oh yeah, they say world peace happened, so
it's
bad for him.
There's no wars.
Right.
Bill Clinton's in office.
It's
There's
1991,
no wars.
1992. The Soviet Union's gone.
Yeah.
You know?
Or it might be Bush 1. There's no wars except for there's plenty of wars. So she says, look, like we're going to be in trouble. What did she say? There's 6 kids. There's a lot of kids. It's a fact I never knew.
Yeah.
6
Massive
kids.
Family. Yeah.
So he's like, you're good. And she's like, no, let me give you my prom dress money so we can like eat. Jesus Christ.
Damn. Yeah.
And he's like, okay, promise me you're not lying to me. She's like, I'm not. And he leaves and she bawls crying because she gave up her prom money. But she did the right thing. She is not okay with it, though. Lisa.
Food generally is better than dresses. But, you know, I get it.
Lisa is addicted to shopping. So she's going to take everybody out for prom dress shopping. And she has a map of the local mall in her locker that she like pulls down like map style.
This is what I remember very vividly from Saved by the Bells, like jokes like that.
Yeah.
Like kind of like really almost like out of the show, almost like fourth wall breaking. And I always loved them. So
that was a good joke.
That was good.
And they say, you have a map of the mall? What is wrong with you? And she said, like, I have a map of every mall within a 50-mile radius. Which is a great joke.
And then moves on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just,
like it's nothing. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
of course
right.
I have a map of every mall. Kelly's like, I can't go. And I can't even go to the prom, but I can't figure out how to tell Zach because he comes up and goes like, I got a limo and a tux and we're ready to go, lady. And she's like, great, see you there. It's not a lot here, but prom planning committee meeting. Just take a second here because we're not going to get to him often. Mr. Belding,
yeah,
is incredible.
He's great,
fantastic in this scene, fantastic in this show, a hilarious real life human being.
Yep.
We're all wrestling fans, and he is too. Which is
Really?
so bizarre.
Oh my god!
You never knew this?
Die-hard wrestling fan.
Die-hard wrestling fan.
Really into it.
Been
Yep.
to all kinds of like Raws and SmackDowns and stuff.
That's funny.
He's always in the front row.
Yep.
But he looks a lot different now. He's quite he's puffed up a little bit, so he doesn't look quite Belding like, but he's always there.
What a
He's
great character to play off
So
Zach,
good.
though. You know, like he's just they work so well together. He has this great dry sense of humor. But I also like when he tries to like reel him in. Like he has these lines too where you do remind you like, oh, I'm the principal. Like can the shit. Like let's get this meeting over with. Like type of stuff. So I appreciated that. It was he talks about knowing your character. He knows that character perfectly.
And there's such a like. There's this thing about Belding where he's like, he's a principal, and he's, he treats the kids like, okay, I'm gonna give you some leeway, but also he's like trying to live out his 70s fantasy life.
Yeah,
the entire show. Like, you see in the credits, he like dressed up like a 70s like hippie DJ and was like DJing something at one point.
That's actually a flashback from an episode where they find like an abandoned radio station in the basement or something, and they all start it, and then Belding's like, yeah, I DJ'd at this radio station. And then they have a flashback to him in the 70s.
It's just him trying to relive that and be cool to these kids who are from California. They don't give a shit about how cool you are. So there's some fun stuff. There's a fat kid in there named Alan who they all make fun of for wanting to make desserts.
No fucking way that flies now.
Yo,
I mean,
no
they're
way.
mean to him.
Yeah. It wasn't just
legitimately
like a joke.
nasty.
They were brutal to this kid.
Right.
Have another pie, fatty.
Yeah.
Belding goes, which was funny. He goes, can you make actual food at this time?
It's a bit of a shame because some of the
It
funnier
is.
jokes do come from that, especially
It is.
later.
Right. Yeah, right.
But,
Yeah,
like,
Zach keeps it going.
It's just
Yeah,
it's funny what's okay in 1992 is most
Yeah.
assuredly
Because this
not
show
okay
is
now.
like a lot of this show is Zach is like a sweet guy and he's gonna like really
Right.
win the heart of Kelly in the show, but he's also gonna call people fat asses and
Right.
make
He's
them feel
also
like
kind
shit.
of a dick. Like he
Right.
is that
He is a
like
massive
blonde-haired,
dick.
blue-eyed frat boy.
He's a mess.
And the kid didn't really do anything to him. Maybe there's other
No.
episodes that I've forgotten where the kid was also an asshole to Zach, but sure didn't seem like it in this
No,
episode.
I
No,
know.
the show is pretty classically mean to a lot of like marginalized groups, like nerds
Yeah.
and shit like that.
Oh yeah, they have interesting takes on nerds. Like Screech is a
Mhm.
nerd, but he kind of like it's cool that he's like in with
Right.
the good guys, like he's part of them, but also there's like other nerds under him that are
Right.
super
There's
weird.
a hierarchy of nerds.
Nerd cast
Yeah, he's
system.
like king nerd.
Yeah.
There's a kid named Robert. He comes running into this meeting. He's like, the chemistry lab's on fire. He's like, all right, meeting over. I'm out of here. Jesse and Slater fight over music. This is like classic Saved by the Bell. Like this is just right in the wheelhouse. Listen to this shitty 80s music dancing with their stupid clothes. Like this is
Yeah.
all Saved by the Bell.
Well, what was
And
it?
it's
Elizabeth
great.
Berkley was like a trained dancer, and I
Right.
think Slater, or I think what's his name is too.
He is
Mario
also.
Lopez. So
Yep.
like any opportunity where all of a sudden there was like a dance off, those two always seem to
Yep.
break it out. So-
Yep.
They're
So
fucking
they have
always dancing in this
Yeah,
show.
right.
so
yeah,
much.
yeah.
I love when they have the line of like, let's try out some cassettes. Like, oh my god, how long would it take to
Oh my god, yeah.
get a fast forward so
The
much?
show is weaponized for me.
So Slater's like, you know what, Jesse, I'm gonna take you to the prom. You have hot dance moves, I do too. Let's do it. She's like, all right, fine. We hate each other, but let's go.
I kind of like that though, with like Mario Lopez, like made it seem like he's doing her a favor, but at the same time, he might not have any other options.
Yeah.
Right.
Like he might just be like looking to her as like, oh,
Why
this is my only chance to go. So,
Screech and Lisa go to the movies, but they're separated by all the friends on each end. But he keeps popping up on the other side with snacks, and she keeps trying to send him back for more snacks. And he keeps pulling more shit out of the popcorn, like, "Oh, you want a Swedish fish? Here it is. Oh, you wanted a drink? Here it is." Like, he's got in this giant bag of popcorn, and they're watching a zombie movie. And I feel like this episode has like no consequence because doesn't he just harass her for years anyway after
Yeah.
this happens?
right.
So she doesn't know what's happening, but she's enjoying the movie and keeps saying, "Is Matt Dillon in this?" And he's like, "No, just watch the zombie movie." And then she pisses him off so much that he's like, "Never mind. Don't have a crush on you anymore. You ruined this zombie movie for me, Lisa." So 10 years of crush out the window.
I mean, good on him, right?
Yeah, right.
Like,
know when it's
it
over,
is
man.
more than just trying to date the hot girl.
Doesn't work out. Kelly finally has to tell Zach that she is not going to be able to go to prom, but she doesn't tell him why, so he gets all pissed off. Zach thinks she is going with another dude, so he's pissed. Again, another like TGIF trope here in a non-TGIF show of like, just say the rest of the sentence and we can get over it.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
We don't need another 10 minutes.
And then we got to go through 2 more act breaks before we get this straight.
It's Game of Thrones isms. If we
Just
cut
tell
away
Khal-
before he says the rest, we can
Right.
pretend like no one said it.
Just tell Khaleesi. Just tell her.
Right. Just
Kelly just
someone use your
unleashes
fucking
dragons on-
words. Game
So-
over.
Zach is in the locker room. He's punching lockers. He's all pissed off. Slater comes in and is like, "You're a piece of shit. Your
Yeah.
dad got fired, you dumbass."
I kind of like that moment though.
Yeah, me too.
Stop being a dick. It's not all about you, motherfucker.
And Zach's like, "Wow, I screwed this up bad." Kelly's in her room, and and her dad comes in and says, like Zach's here. So it's fine. You're gonna be fine. You lied to me though. Like you were so pissed that you gave up that money and couldn't go to prom. So I know, but Zach's here. So he comes in and says, "Let's go for a walk and we're gonna have our own prom, basically outside of the prom." They're all rich in fucking Bayside though. Why can anybody buy her a dress?
Yeah.
Like anybody
Well,
else?
Anybody.
Are we at
Anybody
the
else?
point where I air my grievances?
She has 6 siblings. You're telling me not one of them has a prom
What
dress
about
they
the
wore
friends, man?
before?
Like, come
Lisa,
on.
she
Right.
literally raids malls. Like,
Right. I don't know. Like, I feel
Anyway.
like as a group of friends, as tight as they were, they would have pooled
oh my
$40
God.
between them. And
right.
got
The
a
first
dress.
thing is,
totally.
I don't know what the fuck was wrong with that dad. Like, don't take the money from your kid.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
you're living in this huge ass house. You're a rocket scientist. You're trying to tell me you don't have enough savings that your daughter can buy a $40 dress?
We live in paycheck to paycheck.
Right. Like, what? I have bad news for you. If this is your dire circumstances, the job wasn't going to save you, bud.
Yeah.
Good luck in retirement. What happens when Mrs. Kapowski gets cancer? Like,
Right.
it's fucking stupid. He never should have taken that money. And even if he did, there's fucking discount dresses and shit. Like,
So many
this
ways
is a
you could do this.
classic Cinderella story. Make your own fucking dress.
And also,
all the girls
wasn't
come over, you dance to some cassette tapes, you make a dress.
wasn't Kelly also like kind of into fashion? I always remember like that being a thing.
Yes.
You tell me she doesn't have a dress
Right, there's
that
no
already
dress,
that
you
she
just
could just break
double.
out and adjust a little bit.
You
You
know she's got one.
Yeah.
She's got one.
Right. Like, I get it. It's sitcom drama, and even as far as sitcom drama goes, this is a kid show, so you have to just accept leaps of logic.
Like you said, it's a movie or a show for kids where, like, as a kid, you don't know what money is, or
Good point.
you don't understand that at all.
Right.
You're just like, oh, you don't have the money to do
I
something.
was
Oh
7
my God.
when this episode came out.
Yeah.
8.
Right.
Like, I had no idea what a prom dress cost. Does not make sense to me. And also, going back to just my biggest pet peeve is, like, all Kelly had to say was like, hey, Zach, look, I'm sorry, but I can't go. I have some family issues. And Zach would have been like disappointed but cool about it.
Right.
There's
but
no
instead,
drama in that.
no, I can't go, and leave. Like, come on.
Honestly, you could have even done like a little plot where he bought her the dress, like, and that would have
Right.
shown like he had, he was
right.
cared enough to make I want to make all your dreams come true. Here you go.
Right.
Show how nice of a guy Zach is.
And I have to say that, like, I loved the end of this episode.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like,
That's
because
classic. Yeah.
Zach was just as excited about this prom as Kelly was with the limo and all this stuff, like him sacrificing and be like, look, none of that shit matters. Like, I thought that was great. And I think I would say them on that picnic table is like the Saved by the Bell memory I have.
100%. Yep.
Mm.
Me too.
So, I love the ending and stuff. It's just like the steps to get there were bizarre to me.
Very true. Good points all around. So we get Belding interacting with Alan, the fat kid, about cupcakes or whatever.
Funny jokes. I mean, he keeps putting
Yeah.
his fingers in the cakes. All he
Yeah.
did was bring cakes. And
Right.
He keeps putting his fingers in them. Very
They're like
funny.
him, like hovering over them like smoke.
Not letting anybody.
in the gold, just
Screech is the DJ here, underrated. He's
Yep.
he's fun as the DJ. Jesse and Slater dance. Zach and Kelly have their own prom outside. He gives her a corsage. There's one more song of the night, so they dance it out outside, and they do a little makeout sesh, and it's on.
Yeah. And I think
It
that was
is
a big
on.
moment in the show, right?
Yeah,
They get
right.
together.
They
right, 'cause it was
finally
season 3, episode 1, where they actually first kissed. Yeah,
Mhm.
right.
she finally made her decision. She has picked her man.
Yeah.
Great
moment.
Great,
For sure.
great moment. Like, very vivid in my memory. Really,
A lot of
really
good
awesome.
things in this. A lot of good things.
A lot
Just
of good things.
Yeah. The
not
Lisa
great.
Screech thing, it's
Yeah.
such a C story. It was just like, I don't even consider that a B story. I would say, like, that was so tacked on. I didn't need
If it
that.
had consequences, I'd be into it. But I
Yeah.
have no recollection of him
No.
being over Lisa.
Next episode, she's like, they're right back
Right,
at it. So,
right.
Yeah.
They
Like,
nothing changed.
I actually like that a lot. I like that Screech is like, look, like, sure, she makes my dingle tingle, but also we have nothing in common. Like, that's a very mature thing for a 15-year-old to learn.
But there's only 2 other women that he knows. So, I mean, his
Right.
options are limited.
Well,
He
they're
knows-
attached.
It's
Yeah,
funny though.
Right, one.
He's friends
Shit,
with the
Slater
3
and-
hottest women in the entire world.
You got to go after showgirls now.
Yeah.
There's either the hottest people you've ever seen or the nerds.
Yeah, right.
Right.
He is king of the nerds, though. He can have his choice.
Yeah, right. He could have any nerd, but
He gets Tori Spelling
He
eventually.
does. Yes, he does. Yeah.
oh, right. Wow. Saved by the Bell. What
I love
what
it.
a show.
I just,
I thought it was
man,
great.
such
I really
great like
did.
moments of nostalgia for me. And like this episode, I remember being a big moment in the show. So it's cool to watch
And
it
super
again.
duper funny. I
Yeah.
thought this
Oh,
was
yeah.
a really funny episode.
You think this was its best episode?
I don't know if it's its best, but it's certainly very, very memorable to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was a brisk 22 minutes. I
Yep.
was like, oh my god, it's over. Whereas the nanny felt like shit. They were just starting to climb Mount Doom by the end.
Oh, more cousin Irving. Oh my
Yeah.
God. He forgot his wrench again. Oh, he's got to
he's
get back
back.
outside.
12-year-olds making out in the shower again. Oh well. Shucks.
You think this matches up to the other prom episodes, or
Oh,
you
for
think
sure.
it
Ooh,
surpasses
yeah, absolutely.
those?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember our prom.
I was about to say,
episodes.
what do we have as the best prom episode? It was not Sister
Ooh.
Sister. I remember
Was
that.
it Family Matters?
Step by Step and Family Matters were both
It was
high.
a great episode of
Yeah.
Perfect.
What about
Strangers, of
no?
course.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
Perfect
of
Strangers
course.
was up there. Of course, never been a bad one.
Clearly,
without
because
saying.
only dinosaurs didn't have a prom episode. The
Oh,
Perfect
right.
Strangers is the best.
Oh,
But no, I mean, I would honestly, even
It
though
would've
I
been
love
high.
Perfect Strangers, I would put this above that. I think this really was,
wow.
in terms of the characters, in terms of fleshing them out, in terms of entertainment wise, I really, really like this episode.
Even with all of its faults, it's still
Yeah,
still above
absolutely.
those.
Mhm.
Wow.
Absolutely.
All right.
Also, can we just quickly mention Kelly Kapowski's room, which was hysterical?
Yeah.
Insane.
It's
It's
the
just
room
so
is
much
just
shit,
sports.
and none of it made any sense. Right?
It made
It
no
was like-
sense.
It was.
It made no
sports.
sense.
It was like music posters. At one point, there's like a clip art of a football player
Yes.
on a blueprint.
Right,
Yes.
right. There's like also like one 15-year-old girl has a
Right.
poster of a lacrosse player.
Yeah, just a picture that says tennis.
I loved. I'm a big NBA fan, especially the classic NBA. I still like the new NBA too, but
Yeah.
there's a banner on the wall that says Showtime Lakers back to back. And I'm
Oh,
like, oh my
yeah.
god, I would love to
Yeah.
have that.
Right.
All right, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. This might be. I don't know if this is the number one. It's probably the number one.
This
Probably
is
just-
definitely the most famous.
This is by
so
far the
famous.
most famous.
We'll get
yeah.
we'll
So
get to
famous.
it. Like, this is not my favorite episode, but it is
No.
most assuredly the most famous.
Yeah.
And I feel
Yeah.
like this is the episode that put Will Smith on the map.
Oh
as
my
an
god, yeah, we'll
actor.
talk about it.
Right.
Someone was like, "Oh shit, we should put this guy in a Men in Black."
Damn.
I
Yeah.
have seen like
we need to make a Men in Black. Let's
I've
make
seen, like,
5.
like reaction gifs of this episode used in just day-to-day life.
Right.
You know, so like this is very, very iconic.
All right, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, season 4, episode 24. Papa's got a brand new excuse. Will's father comes back into his life, but it doesn't go very well.
Will was doing just fine until you showed up. But now that you're back, you have responsibilities to him.
Look, we're still gonna take the trip.
Oh, bull! Bull! Will is not a coat that you hang in the closet, then pick it up when you're ready to wear it. His life goes on. He's not supposed to be here for you. You're supposed to be here for him.
You get off my back! You think I want this? It just happened! Now, when Will was a baby, I was scared.
Cut the crap, all right? Cut it. Because I've been there. But I didn't run out on my family. I was there every day for them because that's what a man does.
Fine, Philip. You win. You the man. You a better man than me.
We begin. All the Fresh Prince is on HBO Max, so you can go watch all of it. There's a Fresh Prince reunion, which is pretty damn good. You
I
can
haven't
watch
seen
that
it.
too. That's
Very
on
good.
HBO Max. Will is working at this restaurant place, lunch counter, whatever it is. Feels like he's being watched. Thinks it's a cop, and has a funny little line where Carlton says, "Well, just turn yourself in then if you did something wrong." And he's like, "I didn't do anything wrong, Carlton. Jesus, I'm just working at my job." And then he's like, "I think that's my dad." And Carlton's like, he has a very funny part here where he like jumps over Will to like hang out with his uncle. He's like, "Uncle, what's
Yeah.
up, Uncle?" And Will's like, "I haven't seen my dad in 14 years, and you're just gonna get in the way." Best theme song of all time?
Yep.
Is it the
Way
best
up
theme
there.
song of all
yeah.
time?
Oh yeah. No, honestly, I mean, I love we
Of
all
any show?
love the Perfect Strangers one. but I hum the Fresh Prince song a lot in my life.
I mean, it's definitely upper echelon.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a couple classics that you could throw in there. I think the Friends theme song probably would qualify.
Yeah.
I think the Full House theme song sadly would qualify. And then there's like some in the 70s, like the theme song to All in the Family. Like that's like a classic thing. But I think for our generation, it's got to be that.
Yep. Everybody in our generation knows that song, or knows lyrics from that song, or knows the beat of that song. Everybody knows that.
But like for reference, that Friends song was like actually on music charts.
Yes, right.
Like that was like a number one song.
Yeah,
wasn't this a popular song too? Like it was a full song, wasn't it?
It was a full song, but I think it was on the album before the show came out. I could be mistaken about this.
Okay.
So I think by the time the show came out, like the album was kind of old news. But again, please don't quote me on that. I could be very mistaken.
Well, to Greg's point, I remember the Rembrandt's Friends song being on the radio. Like I remember hearing it on the. I've never heard the Fresh Prince song on the radio unless it was done like, hey, here's the theme song to Fresh Prince.
Real quick, Fresh Prince was on NBC from 1990 to 1996, so right in the wheelhouse of TGIF, but wasn't on ABC or anything like that, but it was definitely in that wheelhouse. So
I would say this is the most TGIF show that we watched.
Because of the lessons and all that, yeah.
Like I feel like this slots directly into TGIF, whereas Saved by the Bell is a little too early, and I think the rest of the shows we saw were a little too risque. Maybe Home Improvement. I mean, it was also an ABC show, but
it's been 14 years since Will's seen his dad. Carlton catches up with his uncle. His uncle is Will's dad is a trucker now, and Will's like, "Well, if we're gonna like reconnect, why don't you come to Uncle Phil's house, hang out with us?"
Already seems like a horrible idea. Don't do that. How about a neutral site?
Bring him into the lair of the Shredder. Come
on. He brings him in, and Aunt Viv sees Lou and just like drops her jaw and is like, "What the fuck? You better get him out of here before something bad happens." Is this original Aunt Viv or new Aunt Viv?
This is new Aunt Viv.
Yeah, this is new Aunt Viv, isn't it?
Yeah.
She tries to stop Uncle Phil from coming in. Hillary comes down. Hillary's a fun character.
Yep.
She comes down and says like something about Lou and how he's a deadbeat. But he's standing right there, and she's like, "Oh, it is you.
He doesn't look like a deadbeat.
I'm so sorry." She's very funny. Phil comes in. He's all pissed, so pissed. And then is this Phil's daughter, like youngest daughter? Who's that baby? Whose baby is that?
That's Phil and Vivian's, I believe.
That's their little baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
Little Nicky.
So she comes, they bring her down, and Lou holds her and says, like, "I used to hold Will like that." They're like, "So why'd you run out on him?" Just cut right to the chase.
Right.
Hillary cuts right to the chase. Phil basically calls him out for being a piece of shit. Like you got to get out of here. You suck.
Uncle Phil in this episode is
incredible.
Tremendous acting.
He's great in all of them, though.
Yeah.
He's so good. Will and Lou, his dad, go out to the fair or something, and they play the games, and they talk about basketball. Lou says, "I owe you an explanation as to why I wasn't around. I wasn't ready to be a father, so I panicked and ran away. But I was a great basketball player, mostly at free throws." So they kind of connect, and they come back from the fair, and they decide that they're going to go on a road trip together. They're going to go for a month. And Phil sees right through this, and he's like, "Will, you're an idiot. You're stupid. He's not going to do it." Like, it gets kind of out of line. Will gets pissed off. He gets out of line. Jeffrey is Jeffrey's the butler. He's just living for this. He loves that Phil's pissed off. He's an amazing character.
He's got a lot of fat jokes lined up for
Phil. Can't
So,
wait to talk about his heart disease. Hillary comes in to a depressed Phil. I like this. She's like, I totaled your MasterCard, Phil. And he's like, here, take a different one. Like, he just holds out his wallet with cards. Pick another one. Get out of here. And then she goes to her sister. He's like a genie on Valium right now. Make a wish.
Here's the thing. I have been in situations where like I'm dealing with something and my kid asks me something. I just to get it out of the way, I'm like, whatever. Like, just go. Yeah, sure, whatever. Fine. So I get it.
Very funny. There you go. Here comes Mr. Sunshine. He's all pissed off. Phil is not sure what he needs to do because they got into a big fight about everything. Carlton's like, if you're leaving, Will, I'm gonna take over the room. Is that okay? And Will is like, yeah, go ahead, fine. So he immediately hangs up a Michael Bolton poster.
Yeah, that was funny. And he starts like getting rid of all of his hats and like it starts bringing out measuring tape like immediately.
And Will's like, I'll be back in 4 weeks. What are you doing? I'm going to live here still. Phil and Will apologize to each other. They hug it out. And he says, look, if you want to go on this road trip and it all works out, like, no problem. Like, it's my bad. I should give him the benefit of the doubt. Even though I don't believe he earned it, I will give him the benefit of the doubt. So it's all good. Lou shows up and he says to Phil, I've got a big job. I can't take Will on this road trip. I got to drive this $5,000 load to Boston or something. And Phil's just like very calmly like, great. I got enough money. I'll fly him to Boston. No problem. He can meet you there. Continue the road trip on the way back. No big deal. And then he's like, well, I don't think that's going to work either. And he has all these excuses. And then Lou says, I don't feel like telling him either that I'm doing this. You tell him, Phil. Phil goes ape shit on this man.
Yeah.
He eviscerates him. And then even Aunt Viv goes after him.
Cuts a hell of a promo.
They tear this man a new asshole up and down. He says, I'll call Will from the road. And then Will walks in, finds this all out, and then he gets all pissed off and says, like, instead of dad, see ya, Lou. The best acting we've ever seen in 12 episodes.
Not even close.
Not even close.
Yeah, nobody even comes close to what Will Smith. If you haven't seen it, just go to like YouTube and type in Fresh Prince Lou scene or something. I'm sure it'll pop right up. It is phenomenal. Greg touched on it earlier. This is definitely the part where some executive said like, "Oh, holy shit! I think we found our Tommy Lee Jones partner." Like it's just like he is so good in this scene.
We need
so
somebody to say "Welcome to Earth."
Yeah. Honestly though, like the rage.
Incredible.
The like frustration, Will Smith nails every single emotion that the character Will would be experiencing right here.
An amazing job of covering it up. Like the character is trying to pretend like he's not hurt by this, but he's really fucking hurt by this. So he's trying to be tough and cover it up. Like that is really hard to fucking do.
Absolutely. And then that line at the end where it's like, why doesn't he want me, man?
Yeah.
So good. And then like they just break down usually Fresh Prince, we've all seen it, has like a blooper reel at the end, or it has like that's typically how they do these episodes.
Yeah.
No, not at the end of this one. Yeah.
I'm kind of not even like, I don't even think we're making jokes here. Like I'm looking this up. This episode aired in May of 1994. 1995 Bad Boys comes out.
Yeah.
1996 Independence Day, and 1997 Men in Black.
Yeah.
Like those are like the three Will Smith movies, and they all happened
right after this
within shooting schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Right, because you have to shoot like a year in advance of all this.
Yeah. Right.
So I legitimately, I think this was a career turner for him.
He always was good. Like Will Smith always played this character very, very well. But it's like, like Greg mentioned, there's a lot of like TGIF DNA in this, where like even if Cody had a really good like emotional episode, you really wouldn't take it too far. But this was so above and beyond anything you'd see on TV in these TGIF-esque shows. It was jarring. It was like, oh my god, this is so well done and so well written, and he's great at it, and Uncle Phil's tremendous. They played off each other so well in this scene.
It felt real. It felt like a real conversation.
I think I texted you afterward. I'm like, can we just do a Fresh Prince podcast too? Because I love this. Like, I want to just talk about this all the time. It's just so good.
Incredible.
Yep.
Incredible. Considering all the stuff Will Smith was a rapper first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Before he did the show, he was like a rapper who people liked. So they gave him a show.
He had actual top songs and stuff.
Yeah. Right. And he still had songs after this.
Wow, wow, West.
I was like, wiki.
Welcome to Miami.
Yeah.
I mean, right? That was Millennium, right? That album was insane.
Yeah, listen,
I had like a billion bangers off of it.
So many bangers.
That's like half a joke, but also true.
Yes, it is 100% true.
I wouldn't go so far as to say like any of those songs were great, but at the time,
I
wanted to hear them.
I was putting those on, and I was requesting those at dances. You know, I wanted to hear "Welcome to Miami."
Yeah.
I wanted to hear Wild West, much better song than movie. The song was great.
Yeah. Oh God.
From what I remember.
Yeah.
How do you spell Millennium?
Use your heart.
That's on Spotify. Millennium.
Oh, well, I'm sure.
Music music playlist inspired by Millennium. Yeah.
I want the track listing. I want to. There was another like huge song.
There was.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There was a big. It was
Wow Wow West. It was Wow Wow West.
Was
that
it?
was not
Millennium.
There was a bigger song before that though.
That wasn't Miami. That was the wrong.
There was another record.
Yeah, there's another record before.
There's another Will Smith record before that.
Oh man, Big Willie style.
That's it. Na, 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 na.
Oh, that's right.
Jiggy with it.
Jiggy with it. How do we forget that? People were screaming at their
Getting
podcast.
jiggy with it. Yeah, everyone's so angry right now.
That one had Miami on it also. Yeah, of course. We're so stupid.
It was
So
the
sorry.
dumbest thing ever. Getting jiggy with it. Man, Will Smith is so good. He's a Scientologist. He's problematic, just like all the rest.
Problematic, yeah.
Other than Fran Drescher.
Fran, right, killing it.
Right.
Yeah, no, people
Fran's
seem
fine.
to love her.
Yeah, maybe she hit someone with a pipe in the back of the knee someday. You know, back in the day, we don't know about it.
I'll be the nanny.
We're waiting for an expose documentary on Netflix to come out about Fran Drescher.
I thought the acting in this episode was very, very good. I thought the episode itself was a little heavy-handed. I mean, really heavy-handed. Now, they were talking about stuff that like you typically weren't talking about, like, you know, during that time and stuff like that, especially with African American families and stuff like that. Like, it was an important subject matter, and a lot of these like very special episode type things were typically heavy-handed. But like, Will puts on this amazing acting performance, and then they cut to like a statue of like a father and son, and it's like, come on.
It was
like,
all
right.
Yeah, it was the present that he was going to give his dad.
Yeah.
Right. Like, it's like, do you get it? Uncle Phil's his dad.
Do you get it?
Like,
do you get it?
Man, I got it when, you know, Uncle Phil was there for him. Like, that's theming. That's a basic building block of story structure.
But sometimes you do have to use that club to hit him over the head.
No,
you know?
I know. But so, good episode. Little light on jokes, but that's because of the episode we chose. The show is very funny.
Incredibly funny.
Tremendous acting performance by everyone involved.
I think, you know, you touched on something, Greg, about how we've seen a lot of these like very special episodes. And I think what really set this apart, though, was, I mean, the acting. Like, we've seen plenty of Boy Meets World and plenty of, you know, some of the other ones, and you watch it and it is more serious. There's not a lot of jokes in it. It is a serious episode. But looking on those episodes, I didn't enjoy them nearly as much as I enjoyed this one. And I think a lot of that was because Will Smith really broke out. Like that performance, that 5-minute span is so out of the ordinary for what we've seen on some of these episodes. It just drew me in. So I totally understand what you're saying, but I actually kind of enjoyed it almost as watching it as a drama piece than I have either other TGIF episodes, which we've seen very similar themes. And, you know, I didn't enjoy them nearly as much as I like this.
You're
I think
correct.
it's just talent.
I agree with you. Still a great episode as far as those types of episodes go. But, you know, like, I thought definitely the least funny of all the shows we watched. This time, I think.
Agreed.
Yeah, there's definitely shows of Fresh Prince I would rather rewatch than this. This is a solid watch, but there's way funnier ones.
Yeah.
that are rewatchable. But okay, time to rank these guys. Top 5 TGIF adjacent programs.
This is tough.
It is
kind of tough.
These were almost all good episodes.
I changed my list 3 or 4 times as I was making it. I'm like,
I just have to go
no.
back and look at mine just because I'm and once we've talked about it, I still feel pretty confident about the order I have them in, but it's still they're all good, and that's something that we really need to touch on because we have watched garbage episodes.
We've had some shits. We've had the Teen Angel. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
This is compared to Teen
Remember
Angel.
the frog that talked?
Oh my god, that was the best part
I still
of Teen
haven't seen
Angel.
that episode.
Right.
Yeah, Greg never saw that. Greg never saw that one because I screwed up. Sent him the wrong
You
number.
didn't screw up. I screwed up. I'm a big
the
dumb
wrong
idiot.
link or whatever. Oh man. All right, 5. What do you got?
Go ahead, Mark.
Blossom. I'm gonna put there. And once again, not that it was bad. We talked about how much we liked the characters and the jokes landed. It was just, I think, not as maybe because I hadn't watched it before, it didn't ping with me for like some of the nostalgia notes that I would get for some of these episodes. But there's nothing wrong with Blossom. Absolutely nothing wrong with this episode. I'd like to see more. I just felt like it was just kind of like an average episode in the run.
Yep, exactly that. I liked all the characters. Totally fine episode. Didn't do much for me. It's just good television.
Number 5 for me, Home Improvement.
All right. I can't argue too much.
No,
not a lot went on there. There was snow. There was sexy Santa outfits. There was JTT. There were reclining toilets. 5. Greg, I assume you're putting Blossom at 5, but are you putting something else at 5?
Yeah, no, 5. Yeah,
Okay.
Blossom. I'm sorry.
All right, number 4.
I would put Home Improvement.
Yep.
I thought Home Improvement was actually very, very funny. I thought Al Borland was hysterical. I thought
great.
Joe was pretty funny. But as a whole, if I had to write my own Home Improvement episode, could have nailed this one.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I mean, I liked, it was this one did kind of work for me a little bit just because like, oh yeah, Wilson, like, I kind of liked like the words of wisdom coming from him. And, I'm a big football fan. So the jokes with the Lions in that era was very funny to me.
Yeah.
It slightly better than Blossom, but kind of in that same muddled middle,
Right. Totally fine episode.
Yep.
My number 4 is Blossom.
Yeah. There
Just
you go.
for the same reasons. There's some funny jokes, but mostly it's kind of the PSAT of it all. All right, 3.
I forgot the third TV show we watched.
It's either Saved by the Bell, The Nanny, or Fresh Prince.
The Nanny. I think we're now in like the upper echelon though, because the
These
Nanny
3.
might be better than Saved by the Bell, but I have just so much fondness for Saved by the Bell that it takes its spot. Nanny, totally fine episode, little jumbled, very, very funny. Want to see more.
I liked how the Nanny, this was like season 1, and usually
Very
we're
early.
like, if we've seen like season 1 Family Matters or we've seen season 1 Full House, my god, like they start off real bad, and then, I mean, not in Full House's case, but in Family Matters they get better. This already, like, this is first season and I'm already like, I'm on board. Like, these characters are all pretty fleshed out already. They're all very funny. It's well-written stuff. I get where all these characters are coming from. There's a lot of stuff you can go with here. Like, I like that Maxwell has money and at the same time, like, is in Broadway. So you can go a lot of different stories there. Fran's like a fish out of water. There's a lot of meat on this bone. This particular episode, I like beginning the tension with Max, the will they, won't they? That's a classic, trope. I like starting that here. I'm writing this is my 3rd. This is a very good episode.
All right. I put Saved by the Bell 3. I feel like all 3 of these could have been in various positions here. So
yes, they're all at this point, they're all great.
Yeah,
this is just totally subjective opinion on it.
Yeah, like a tier. It's all like in like a tier. But so I put Saved by the Bell 3. So I assume 2 you guys have.
Mark, who's number 2?
I got Saved by the Bell at number 2. Okay. Once again, I loved what it hit on. I so fondly remember this, and I man, just that last scene on the picnic table, like, it's strikes so true to me. I just remember, like, when I think of Saved by the Bell, I do think of that moment. Really funny and stuff. It just great episode.
My number 2 is Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great acting. The episode itself didn't do anything for me.
All right. My number 2 is The Nanny, for all the reasons we kind of already touched on. That it was legitimately, if I wouldn't have confused myself to the Dickens by watching additional episodes, because I would have continued on. I would have just watched another Nanny after that.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it that much, so I put it 2.
Yeah, so then I'll just go because you guys are going to talk about it.
Yeah.
My number 1 is Saved by the Bell. I thought the episode was hysterical. I remember this very, very fondly. I liked the nostalgia of it. I think that theme song's a banger. I thought Screech's Geraldo was hysterical. Some minor TV trope issues I have, but that's just TV shows for kids, man.
Yep.
If you're doing the tropes, you might as well be doing it on the level Saved by the Bell is doing it. They're doing it at like an extreme elite level.
Right.
We're doing this the best
Also-
than anyone else.
As weird as this is, now granted the show came out 35 years ago at this point, kill me. But there's a quaintness to Saved by the Bell that I really appreciated. Like, the show doesn't try even a little bit to be realistic or like look realistic, or doesn't have any good camera shots, which I understand. You think I'm singing praise for them being bad at this, but the show was still exceptional, even though it looked like a literal high school play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're talking about a show that had timeout too. We didn't get that in here.
At this point, they stopped it, right? Because it was like season 1, very heavy on the whole Zach like timeout, a Ferris Bueller thing, where he would just address the audience. But there's also like the sight gag of like pulling the map of the mall down, and that would go on throughout the entire thing. But I get what you're saying, Greg. Like, there was a very just fun atmosphere about this show.
I mean, they literally just like, hey, let's play a tape and dance for a minute. It's like, oh, okay, that's weird, but I'm into it.
Let's have these guys like pretend they're Geraldo, or let's like let's do, like, I know in another one they do like a Casablanca ripoff. I remember that one.
It was
let's just do
fantastical,
that.
but that's okay. Like, it felt, the whole show feels like a dream, and I'm here for it.
Yep.
It is kind of like a play with the timeouts too. Like, that happens in plays. Literally.
Yeah.
All right. So our number 1, Mark, is the same. It's Fresh Prince. What do you got to say about it? I'm assuming we kind of covered it already.
Yeah, we really did touch on it. Just that acting moment, the last 5 minutes are, and I'll just tell everybody who's listening to do it again, just go to YouTube and watch it, because you will be blown away by the stark contrast of how like Will Smith up to this point was always enjoyable and fun, and that's the moment he becomes like an actual massive Hollywood star. Like, it's just, you could just see it, and it's fun to watch it happen in person. And also, like, Lou, we really didn't talk too much about him.
Right.
Great part with him too, like that whole his interaction with Phil, and just being like a dad who just doesn't want to be tied down. Like, he is not a good person, but in his mind, that's just me. Like, he's accepted who he is, and like, that's tough to pull off as an actor as well. So I just appreciated all the excellent acting that was done in this episode. Just
because he has to be nice enough for you to care and like root for this, but also a piece of shit at the same time.
And he does it though. Like that, he nails it.
All right, we've done it.
Cool.
All good episodes. All of them were.
Yeah, it was fun.
Totally, I would watch any one of these again.
I think we maybe add this in every year.
I like it.
I would love to revisit like some of these, and maybe add on, like I said earlier, Drew Carey. I think that would have been good.
I think we switch it up maybe every year.
Yeah.
Which brings me to the next thing, which is, what is the next episode going to be?
Yeah.
I got nothing, honestly.
We could do like a year in review kind of a thing where we don't watch anything, or we could just jump back into
5 episodes of Perfect Strangers.
We could jump back into Halloween, because then technically we close to Halloween.
That's true. I'm sure there's Halloween episodes of him. Oh man, since we're in the 90s, I was talking about this with Kat the other day. Remember Bill Clinton's like weird thumbs up?
Right.
Yeah, I was thinking about it, because I actually do this all the time, but that's because I think that's a funny gesture that Bill Clinton did once. Did anybody ever do that ever again? And also, what is it?
So Do you know the
like
story behind it?
when you don't want to be pointing, but
Right.
you also it's like, is that what it is? Like
That's exactly what it
pointing,
is.
but without pointing.
He had a tendency with all of his speeches to point at people when he was doing it, and that's considered rude, and it's considered like when you're doing debates, it's considered jarring to do.
Sure.
So they taught him to keep his hand the way he always was, but just do like this fist thing. That's
Very
it. That's all it
interesting.
was. It was like a debate thing that he just kept going after the debates were over, and just
Smart.
yeah, right. That's all it was. Yeah. I kind of want to save the Halloween ones for October, right? I mean, or like spooky ones or something like that for October.
That's true. I guess technically, like we should probably do 2 episodes this month, since this is actually August. This episode,
Right.
Yeah,
This would
right.
technically count as August episode.
Right.
So
I don't
yeah,
know,
I
like,
guess we're
we
not
could do
quite
like a
there.
back to school episode. I don't know. Though there's got to be plenty of those out there.
Maybe
There might be.
Sure.
We'll have to check. That could be a good one.
Yeah.
I don't
Back
know.
to
I think
school.
we might have to
Yeah.
ruminate on this. I
Let's
usually have an
discuss.
idea, but I'm out of them. Disney episodes and TGIF adjacent episodes were my 2 ideas.
I have many written down here. The original first episode was celebrity guest stars. There's probably plenty to do another set of those if we wanted
Mhm.
to.
Oh yeah.
But let me see what back to school brings, because it's
Maybe
got to
that's
be
something. Yeah.
or it's just
Yeah.
school in general. Maybe.
Right. I kind of like the topical ones based on the month that we.
yeah.
do.
I wouldn't mind
So,
another
I mean,
Clueless episode.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
takes place in a school.
Right.
Wow. Okay. You want to go back to Clueless?
I thought that was a fine. I thought that. I mean, we
Ooh.
watched the first episode of Clueless, and we were all
Yeah.
like, I could see the potential here.
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Like, let's
All right.
watch a little bit more of this. Yeah.
Let me see
Yeah.
what I can find. I think
Right.
they're
And
on
honestly,
there.
there's, Hang with Mr. Cooper. That's
He's
cool.
all-
Well, that's
Oh,
just,
yeah.
right. He's a teacher.
Right.
That would be a
Cooper.
good time to get another Hang with Mr. Cooper episode.
Cooper. Is there a dinosaurs episode about
There,
school?
yeah. There's plenty
I'm
of them where
sure.
they're at school. So yeah.
Yeah,
All right, let's
then-
try that. Let's try to do something school related.
Yeah.
All
right.
right. All right.
Back to school, bitches.
All
We're
right.
back.
All right, it's time
You
for plugs. You nerds, go
Time
and
for
make a
plugs.
bunch of cupcakes, you fat
Yeah, you
bastards.
cake eating nerds.
Plugs. WCWTF. Today is August 30th. So hopefully by the middle of September, if you're listening to this, you will also have the esteemed pleasure of listening to a new episode of WCWTF.
Go get it.
Yeah.
Awesome. And in the meantime, you can follow Megastar Mark and Megastar Mark on the tweet machines, and also follow us at the WCWTF podcast, which is the side project that Greg and I do, at WCWTF podcast on Twitter. I am scouring eBay and Etsy for all sorts of fun stuff. Had a little bit of interaction with Conrad Thompson, the Podfather. out
Wow, the
there.
Podfather himself.
Yeah, so, we always enjoy finding weird stuff, weird pro wrestling memorabilia. We share it with everybody. We interact. We have a good time. So give us a follow.
Yeah, go do that.
What about
Very
you, Ryan?
entertaining. My plug is the Nation of Conversations, also a wrestling podcast. We just recently and will be very soon, hopefully around when this comes out. We're watching this show on Stars, Heels.
Yes, I saw that.
Stephen Amell
Yeah.
wrestling program on Stars. So
Interesting.
it's an interesting. We are very split on it. Some of us fucking hate it. Some of us think it's okay. None of us love it.
A rousing
Split.
endorsement, yeah.
I think there's room to grow here. It was written by the dude who did Loki. So
interesting.
and everybody loves that show. So I feel like there's more meat on the bone that we haven't gotten to yet. But we're watching Heels. We're making our way through it, and it's currently airing on Stars. So you could follow along if you want to.
It's kind of an exciting time to be a wrestling fan.
Yeah. My
Oh,
God, it
forget
definitely
about
is.
that.
One
yeah.
company is like imploding while the other is rapidly growing.
Yeah. Just to have
It
CM
is-
Punk return.
I might actually. I mean,
was
I
incredible.
literally haven't purchased a pay-per-view ever in my entire life, and I'm
Oh,
thinking
right.
I might buy
Yeah.
All Out this Sunday.
It
Like,
is.
I'm hype. I
Yeah.
want to see Daniel Bryan show up. I want to
God,
see
yeah.
Punk wrestle.
Right. There's a lot.
Kenny Omega is, like biggest star on the planet. Like
Mhm.
I'm into this.
This is such a rare time in WWE history where I'm actually, I've been following this since I was 5 years old, where I
Right.
really feel like this is the lowest point that this company is at right now, where there is a likelihood that I think a better than 50% likelihood that this shit is getting sold. Like Vince will not, he's cleaning house to sell the company. Like I really
Yeah.
do feel like you can't, if he really wanted to hold on to it, he would not allow all this stuff to go on, even
Yeah.
at 70 something years old,
And
It's
anyway,
wild.
rebranding,
It's
super
wild.
weird.
Every
Yeah.
time I think.
It's
So we started the podcast in 2016, mostly because of people like Punk and Brian and those
Yeah,
folks.
yeah.
and the NXT of it all. I've never seen something I love going to such a tailspin. And every time, like every 6 months I'm on the show, I'm like, can't get any worse than this. It gets so much worse every time. It never gets better. So it's very bizarre. It's very bizarre. It's what a time to be following this
wild
stuff.
time.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a wild west. But you go check all that stuff out. We'll be back with school episodes soon.
Probably.
It was fun. Thanks for doing it, guys. We'll see you soon. Peace out, everybody.
Bye.